Man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
Hell no, he can
Be
buy his own
independent.
shit.
Be independent.
No, he makes me a meal. What the f***?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man.
No, take it back. Oh, I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
2 divorces.
Kids?
Yes.
How
I
many
have
kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when he got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were allowed to go see?
His friends kind of became my friends. And one of our friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
She started banging her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Were you still
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
They're not anymore, they're not.
Truth.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. God damn! I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads. Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
If you, yeah.
Okay, 9.
God damn! Okay, have a good day. If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, so if I wanted a high volume man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't.
I have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
I'm sorry?
Do you have any kids?
No kids. My ex had 4, so I'm trying to, that's kind of a big number. Oh my God.
Why'd you pop?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but me, I typically don't like dating men without children, especially after a certain age. I just think it's weird, you know, and I have a child and I love children and God only gave me one, so I want to be with someone who has children. I've never dated a man that didn't have children. And that's like a deal breaker than the average woman.
Gotcha.
So a man without children is weird to you?
After a certain age, yeah, I feel like after a certain age, you don't have no children. It's just strange to me. You know, like nobody owed you. Nobody took them genetics. You know, like I think it's strange. You know, so it's a personal preference.
No, that's
Okay.
good.
And why'd you pop your balloon?
As she talked a little more, I thought about the fact that I don't want any other kids, and I do only have 1 kid, so I think I would rather someone who had a kid already, just because I don't want to have any more, and I wouldn't want to date anybody who didn't have kids, because they probably want kids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like, your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy, like why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl. What happened to earning your place in this world? You're gonna be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
My grandma said there are only two things in life that you worry about, whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things to worry about. Original or extra crispy? That's the
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Boogie back again with another live stream. I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys for watching me, for clicking on the video. Do me a favor as you're coming in, like the video. If you like the video, other people will know. YouTube will let them know that we are in here cooking. All right, I got another show for you guys. A couple videos we're gonna be going through. So let me just get them ready. You know, we're gonna be talking about lots of stuff. I'm also going to be reviewing first of all, shout out to the people who watched me yesterday on Ilkan Ali's show live stream. I know it got taken down out of the blue for some weird reason. There was no reason really. I think that was just YouTube being YouTube, but they took the stream down. It's still on my channel, but from Ali's channel they took it down for whatever reason. But if you're watching it last night, it was crazy. People attacked me for my opinions, but it's cool. I don't mind. So that was crazy. But I'm not going to be reviewing that. I'm gonna, you know what? I may be reviewing it, but I may have to review that not today. I'm gonna review another one where I was going back and forth with some lady, nice lady. But you know, the thing I like about panels, and that's why I go on other people's panels, because people get to disagree with me and I get to disagree with people. Because obviously if I'm here by myself, I just agree with myself. Now, sometimes I'll say I catch myself, you know, saying something and I'm thinking about it, because I like to be a little bit fair towards both men and women, you know, but I hold men accountable sometimes, but not as much, because men are being held accountable every single day, either by the system, by their fathers, by their mothers, by their kids. Everybody holds men accountable. Nobody really holds women accountable. So for the most part, you may see me holding women accountable at least 60 to 70% of the time, and then the men will take the other 30. But the reason I like to go on panels, because I get to disagree with people. People get to disagree with me. and that's better because it's not an echo chamber. I'm just not listening to myself talking, and it's just not my opinions. But today, since you joined my show, it's going to be my opinions. So let's get into it. All right. So as you're coming in, just do me a favor, like the video. So let's get into it. Let me just make sure you can hear me. You can comment down below which city you're representing, where you're watching from. All right, I appreciate that. So let's get into it. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go all the way to whatever podcast. All right, Lego.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Are you Christian?
No.
Okay, but you're. So when you say you're traditional, I guess in what ways?
Well, I don't associate really with any religion. I think there's great parts of each one, but I don't subscribe to any of that specific dogma. I guess a lot of it is just based in naturalism as well, and just kind of the natural order of life and
What's
of
the
living.
natural order in terms of dating between men and women?
Well, naturally speaking, men would be the provider in the relationship, and women have the element of being the nurturer. You know, I am
Are the
family.
men the leaders?
In some regards too,
What
but
do you mean in some regards? In
She's
all
a fake
regards?
feminist.
no, not in all regards.
So, from your perspective, should women be submissive in a relationship?
No, I don't think women need to be submissive in a
So why should men
relationship.
lead?
Because we each have different strengths and
Mod, you
qualities,
wanna
and
pull up?
that really
I can
depends
drop the
on
link
from
for you
person to person.
whenever you
So
you can.
lead you when you're in the mood to be led, and you have permanent veto power in all decisions.
No.
situations.
Well, I'm
magically.
exploring her worldview.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that in like the end all be all case. I think each individual person has things that they're good at. For example, in my last relationship, he was, you know, he knew everything about finances and everything like that, and I deferred to him a lot in that realm.
So you're more socially conservative and then economically conservative, or then
It just really depends on from
Or you just, like,
relationship
make
to
sure.
relationship. I think that there's
She's
a big nuance there.
Should men pay for first dates?
Yes.
Should men be providers in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to have children with a woman, I think it makes sense to do that.
So men have all the responsibility and none of the authority if they're dating you.
No, I mean, they can have authority. I think that things
Sorry,
just
they
become to be.
can or can't?
They can. It ends up being a discussion. I mean, ultimately, somebody that you're in a relationship with, if they're telling you to do something you really don't want to do. For example, like today, in today's realm, I think that there's a lot of men who like a lot of aspects of traditionalism, and they like a lot of things of these nature. But what I've seen a lot happen to many of my girlfriends is that they'll end up getting forced into things they're not comfortable with, specifically in the sexual department. You know, I think number one, you have to listen to God. You have to listen to your intuition. And if something doesn't feel right to you, you shouldn't defer to that just because somebody you love is
Wait,
telling you to.
Hold on. When you say forced, what are you talking about?
maybe the word you wanted was pressured.
Yeah, pressured, but I mean, there are instances of people being like more forced into it,
Like manipulated.
Yeah, like really manipulated. I had a friend.
Coerced. Or in an ultimatum.
Yeah, and an ultimatum. So ultimately, I mean, everybody has autonomy and they can decide, but there's a manipulative aspect to that. I think men that can be great leaders, but women have the areas that they can.
But none
lead
of
as
that's
well.
force.
Outside of sexual like stuff, obviously, do you think it's okay for men to coerce you into a certain thing if it is for your own good? Like,
Yeah. If it's in your best interest in mind, then I think
what
that
if you
makes
don't
sense.
think personally it's in your best interest because you don't know it yet?
I mean, it depends on the thing. You can always experiment, and I don't think you should be so like a die hard on that department.
Are we officially on the topic of, what is the role of men and women in relationships, and who should be more submissive or dominant, or what?
Yeah.
You let us know, Brian.
It's
to know whether to chime in or not on
Well,
that.
in your ideal relationship, like you, not even yours, but just generally the ideal relationship, do you believe that a woman should be submissive?
For whatever reason, I don't think submissive is necessarily the right word. I think we defer to each other in different ways. For example,
Do you see this bullshit? When they asked her what a man should do, if a man should be on the first date, if a man should be a provider, it was a resounding yes. When it comes to a woman being submissive, then they want to go around and they want to be submissive whenever they want to, when it benefits them on conditions. They know everything a man should do because they claim to be traditional, but they're and this is what I was saying last night. They are fake traditional women. They're only traditional when it comes to expecting something from a man, but they're not actually traditional. She knows what a man should do for her, but when it comes to even just being submissive, no, but maybe, you see, they have all these different conditions and excuses for being a traditional woman in terms of being submissive. Fake.
If you're a mother with a young child, right, and ideally you wouldn't be doing sleep training, you'd be with the child all the time, you'd be breastfeeding, and you'd have that experience with the child, you'd probably have a better idea of what that child needs in those early development years than the father might have if he's gone at work. And that's not to say that the father isn't in touch with his child. It doesn't mean he doesn't love his child, but our different experiences will create a different environment in which we're able to.
So what's your definition? Because we might be missing definitions on submissive. Like, what do you think I mean when I say submissive?
Yeah, I guess for me, I come from a Catholic background, so I grew up Catholic, and always kind of that association of submissive is just saying like yes to everything, being like, okay, fine.
Yeah, but that's what the Bible says. Even the Catholic Bible, that's what the Bible says. A woman should be submissive to her man. You see, even when it comes to the Bible and God, they pick and choose. They pick up the things they want from the Bible, and then they leave the things they don't want to, which that's being fake Christian. That's a fake Christian. I wouldn't listen. If this woman told me that God is coming back today and it was actually true, I wouldn't believe her because she's a fake Christian.
So that's just kind of what I've come to associate it with, because that's how I've seen submissive be played out.
I think, don't you think like being submissive, you would be more prone to do that to somebody that you trust rather than someone you just met? And isn't that the point of the breastfeeding and the getting to know somebody?
I mean, that's a very fair point. I think with all of that, women have to have a lot of discernment when they get into a relationship. You really got to know. And if you can get in a position where you're with a man who does love you and who does have your best intentions at mind, then that's a situation you can be submissive. But the reason why I have such a differentiation with that is because I think a lot of women kind of lack that discernment, and they lack getting in these situations and in these relationships with men who really do have their best interest at heart. That does exist, and that is possible.
I have a completely different.
Excuse me, continue.
I have a completely different idea of why things are so messed up in relationships nowadays. And I think it's because we are living in times that have never existed before between men and women. I'd say up until the 1970s, women weren't really equal to men when it comes to being financially independent up until the 1970s. By the way, I'm very conservative, so I'm just pointing out the facts.
No, you're
and the
not.
reason I'm even on this
No, you're not.
Let me listen.
the reason I'm even on this show is because I think that we need to fix relationships between men and women so that we have more nuclear families. And so I want to speak the truth to help both sides, men and women, get along a lot better.
And I'd like to can I just add to that is that I agree with, like, it's just the technological era. I think for me, my opinion on what you're saying is that I just think like we have an impatience in society.
That's more recent.
When a man, yes, because we're in the modern now.
Yeah, but I'm
and
going
the
back
new
to
age.
the 1970s.
Oh,
so let me go back a little bit more.
You're just
where
talking about,
women and men,
credit cards and banks.
Exactly. And so just the millennial generation of women is the first generation that can be financially independent without the need of a man. So the millennial woman.
That's not even true. Even women who make money still want a man to provide. I don't know why these women say, oh my God, I hate when they lie. Oh my God, I hate when they lie. We all know even women who make money want a man to provide. If she makes $1 million, she wants a man who makes $1 million and $250,000. Right? $1,250,000 at least. At least 25%. She wants you to make more than 25% more than that she does. Try going on a date with a woman who makes more money than you or who claims to be independent. The women who scream independent don't need no man, try to go on a date with her. or try to invite her to do something fun. Even if she invites you, she expects you, the man, to pay. So I hate when they try to say, oh, we make money, we're independent, we don't need a man, we can't rely on a man. They still want men to pay.
Can technically afford life for herself.
Do you
It's the
think that's a
biggest,
good
that's the
thing?
biggest crock of shit I
And
ever heard.
so,
Exactly.
well, we could disagree, and that's why we're here, right?
Yeah. So when we're talking about
women don't need men financially, therefore they
Yeah.
want them for different reasons,
Do you think that's-
emotional reasons,
do you think
and
that's a good
emotional
thing?
intelligence.
No.
the thing is when you're talking about women not being able to get credit cards, women couldn't incur debt.
Mhm.
They weren't allowed to incur debt.
Yeah.
So who incurs the most amount of debt in modernity?
Okay.
Who? Men or
Well,
women?
women in the United States,
Yeah.
correct?
So the thing is like that doesn't seem like that's financial independence. It seems like that's financial slavery to me.
Well, they owe
and
things
not
to
only
the
that,
banks.
most of the time that they end up with houses, they own more houses than men. They usually get them in divorces, not because they bought them
Mhm.
straight out.
Exactly.
And the idea here, women could get bank accounts. Actually, it's just if they were married, they didn't, and it went through the husband because the husband was responsible for all the debt. The women could not incur debt. They could still spend the money, but they
Yeah.
couldn't incur the debt.
Yeah, but they also couldn't take out a loan or have a
They
credit
could take
card.
out loans. They just couldn't take out loans. If
By-
they were married, their husband took out the loan because they
Correct.
couldn't incur the debt.
So
that,
they-
that was a good thing.
So there wasn't financial independence, is what I'm trying to say.
There
And
was
that's why-
financial independence.
and that's why
Not if you're
nowadays.
married.
and
No, if
that's
you're married, why
why-
would you
yeah.
want? Okay, let's
Correct.
back up.
I,
Why
yeah,
would
go
you
ahead.
need financial independence if you're married?
Because when
Because
people
That's
have been, when
counterintuitive.
people have historically been in positions of power over other people, people abuse that power. When you have any kind of relationship in
Oh,
history
man. This
where
is
there's
femcon stuff. Okay.
no, I'm actually extremely conservative, and
That's
because of
feminist conservative femcon.
because of
Yeah.
the fact that men back in the day, again, weren't able to, or women back in the day were not able to be financially independent. They were in a position where they
Why-
couldn't be their individual selves.
Right this second.
Yeah, but even right now, they make their own money and still need a man to pay their bills. I'm telling you guys, if women really didn't want a man's money at all, and they just wanted a man's emotional intelligence and listening to her being nagging and talking about her issues at work and how her girlfriends are mean, and just listening to her and be just a simple therapist, all men would have women right now. All women. I'm talking about the top 10, the top 10% and the bottom 90%. It wouldn't be the 80-20 rule where all women want the top 20%. If women didn't really care about a man's money and their money is enough, their independence is enough, what this woman is saying would be true, because all women who make their own money would literally tell a man, I don't need you to pay for the first date. I just need you to listen to me, because that's what she really means by emotional intelligence. Listen to my issues. Listen to me crying and be a therapist. That's what she's really saying.
Right now, as we speak, if you're married, can your wife go into your account and take your money?
Not
Yeah.
every relationship
Hang
is
on,
like
let her
that.
answer.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
I don't
And
understand.
vice versa as
I
well.
don't, so what do you need independence for?
So you can be your own individual person.
You're still your own individual
does that
person.
mean?
No, if you don't have
Sometimes
any
men are
financial
controlling and don't
independence.
allow you to
Hang
have
on, hang on.
rely on my
You're-
man's
hang on,
money.
hang on.
I would feel
Let us
some
finish.
type of
Let
way
us
about
finish the engagement.
Yeah.
Right. Do
Correct.
you really want me to like try to argue with 5 people at once?
We're not arguing. It's a discussion.
Okay.
Mhm.
It sounds like it. So
Sorry that
anyway,
you're taking it that way.
anyway,
Mhm.
so you're married. You have a husband.
Mhm.
You need financial independence from your husband.
I think every person should.
Now,
need
hang on,
to-
hang on.
Let me ask you, just ask me a
I want to make
question.
sure that
Wait,
you
you
say
asked me
yes
a
or no, and then the qualifier.
Are you asking me a
Yeah,
question?
but
or letting
I
me
need you to answer yes or no, then the qualifier.
No, it's a full
'Cause
answer, right?
Okay, fine. You're not going to answer it,
Thank
but go
you
ahead.
so much.
You won't
So
actually answer
yes, I still think that people are individuals, regardless of whether they are in a partnership with somebody else or not. And that's why more women are refusing to be married. And I think the number one proof that women weren't happy or satisfied back in the day when they supposedly didn't have to work is that when they were offered the opportunity to join the workforce, they did, right? They did, and they became more financially independent. They joined careers, they got degrees, and so I want it
It's
to
completely
be.
ahistorical. Here's
No.
what actually happened.
Are you telling me I'm saying that? Are you saying that I'm lying?
Was
Yes,
she?
you're lying.
Can we get a
Turn the
timer on
butter.
it?
She's still making
Turn the
her
butter,
Can we
ladies.
get a
point, I feel
timer
like.
on it?
Just because you're
Are
married
you
doesn't mean
okay?
your man has all your best interests and your desires at the
Well, they
forefront.
should.
of
Men
his
don't
life.
be married to him.
They should have your
Is
best
that
interest.
guy.
Well, they
Anyway.
don't. They should. That'd be nice.
Hang on,
in a-
calm down, calm down.
That'd be nice in a
This is-
fantasy world.
This-
Let him
Hang
make
on,
his
hang on,
point,
chill,
ladies.
chill,
Let him
chill.
make his
They
point,
don't want him
ladies.
The whole
Stop.
thing is ahistorical anyway. The reason that women had to enter the workforce because you couldn't afford anymore to have one income. Most women prefer not to work. Most married women prefer not to work. Most women, when asked, say that they would prefer, if they've been in the workforce, to be out of the workforce.
Exactly.
Why? Because most men would prefer to be out of the. It wouldn't be nice if I
Yeah.
could just sit at home all day and do nothing. That sounds fantastic. But here's
So
the thing.
once
Hang
you
on,
said
hang on.
that,
Let me finish.
Let
me
him
finish. Let me
his-
finish.
his point of view.
So the other thing
Uh-huh.
is all you're advocating is that wives need to have financial independence from their husbands.
Correct.
Why?
So that they
Because
can
we're our own
always
people.
yes, and this
Just in
basic-
case we need to leave
and
them.
this-
They need their independence so that when it's time to run, they run away. They have money saved up. You know, that means they're not really invested in the man. They're not really invested in the relationship because they're always planning for the divorce. And it's true. That's why I keep saying when it comes to relationships, the average woman is smarter than the average man. The average man, and men don't like when I say that. Men attack me. Oh no, they're emotional. Oh, we're more logical. Yeah, you're logical, but when it comes to love and relationships, women are far smarter than men because once a man meets a woman, he has already planned when she wants to fuck you. She plans when she wants to break up with you. She plans why she's going to give you a chance. She even knows within the first 10 seconds if she's going to talk to you, if she's going to give you a chance, if she's going to listen to you, whether you're going to be for money or for emotional dumping and therapy, what they call love. She already knows. She's 10 steps ahead of you as a man. You're trying to fall in love. She's already planning. Okay, he does this for work. How can I get money from him? What can I do to make him fall more in love with me so he can spend more money on me? She already 10 steps ahead. So they plan the divorce before even the marriage happens. So when they say they want to make their own money and be independent in a relationship, they want to save their money so that they use your money. And when it's time for them to leave, they've already saved up enough money.
How is this a
Basic-
conservative
listen.
position?
And this basic
It's a
concept that
humanity-
we as
position
conservative
on
women are
humanity.
trying to get conservative
Personal
men
rights.
like
Uh-huh.
you to understand is the reason that there is this complete ideological divide where even conservative women are not getting married.
What is the difference
No,
between this
don't
position
blanket
and the
that.
liberal
Don't
position?
blanket that with
and
conservative
and you just
women.
said one sentence that is extremely important,
Yeah.
which is women, they're just going to stay at home and do nothing if they're married. And the fact that you don't understand the intrinsic value of being a homemaker and a wife, that is the reason why there is this problem, right? Just
Oh.
because women have
I
worked
see.
but not have been paid for the work that they do as a homemaker, as a full-time child taker.
This is a
child
feminist
caretaker, right?
position.
No, this is not. This is
Yeah,
a
This is
all
feminist-
unpaid
feminist.
labor at home. It's a feminist position.
Yeah, guys.
It is the ultimate feminist
It is a
position. Women are
capitalist-
getting unpaid labor at home.
No, it is a
taking care of their
capitalist-
children.
Guys,
I know,
why
it's
did
dumb.
It
It's
is an
stupid.
intelligent capitalist position.
How is
So-
that in a capitalist position?
So a smart woman is going to consider, hey, am I going to get into a relationship with a man that expects me to cook and clean for us and for our kids in
Which
the
is
day?
work.
How
with
hard
no
is it
income.
to cook and
the
clean
best,
nowadays?
The best example,
As
the
a
best,
wife.
the best example I can put is,
Mhm.
let's say that you have a child that is yours biologically, dropped at your doorstep one day. The mother's nowhere to be found. You now have to take care of this child.
Mhm.
How do you take care of that child if not by paying somebody to cook for it, to feed it, to look for it right around the clock?
you had
so
to work, you mean?
caretaker. So you would have to.
Well, hang on. The
You would have to
qualifier.
stay going to
Hang on.
work.
The qualifier is
Uh-huh.
if you weren't independently wealthy, right? If you were working.
If you're in your current position right now, how much do you think you would have to shell out to maintain that child that is biologically yours and just got to your doorstep? And I'll tell you,
Depends on the choices I want to make for
well,
the kid.
research, there has been research on
Mhm.
this, and they quantified it to a number to over $200,000 a year.
It does not cost $200,000 a year to raise a kid.
Wait,
Okay,
really quick
well-
on this
well,
point.
if you want good
wait,
care,
wait,
it might.
really quick on this point, and then I'll pass it right back to Andrew.
Mhm.
Can you break down the $200,000 for us?
Yes. So imagine right now, food services, right? So breakfast, lunch, and dinner made for 2 people. And if you have kids, you have to add that as well. If you take kids to school, then that is a personal driver, right? The
Why?
entire time that you take them to school, or you can homeschool, that would make
Why a
things
personal
easier.
driver?
Or you just drive them and drop them off
shopping,
at school.
grocery
bus.
shopping, which
Or
takes
the
time.
bus. Yeah.
Grocery shopping, which takes time. Planning out meals, planning out the kids' activities.
We're just describing
which is a
regular human
personal- Which is
things.
a personal assistant. Well, no,
Why-
people get paid for those
She-
kinds of things.
Yes,
and
that's
here's
true.
the
He's talking about an expensive lifestyle, and this is what they mean. Like, why would you need $200,000 a year to raise a kid? Unless you're trying to take them to private school, expensive schools, having a driver to take your kids to school. She's talking about a rich man. They are not in touch with reality at all.
thing.
But what's,
I'm not,
what's
I'm
the
not,
math?
I'm not advocating.
What's
that's
math?
what we want
So
to know.
this is
Because women
something-
will do this
yeah.
thing like, and it's very.
The math is
hold on, it's-
Googleable.
No. But what you'll do is, hold on. What you'll
Uh-huh.
do is you'll take, okay, how much does a professional cleaner make in a year? And
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's 30, 40, 50,000. And you're going to tack that on. But professional cleaners are cleaning 40 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
So, you
that's
are
definitely not
considering like, so,
calculated.
okay, for example, if you were to hire a professional cleaner once per week,
Mhm.
how much would that cost?
Yes.
That might be more attuned
Yes,
to.
correct.
Right,
I'm
but
going
it's
off
not.
of those
But
numbers.
some
Nannies
people are
aren't
going
cheap.
to. Some people are going to collapse the entire yearly earnings of all these industries. So okay,
That's not
driver.
what they did in those
Okay.
studies, though. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was asking for a breakdown.
Correct.
on
That's
those
not
numbers.
what I'm-
So, are you also doing the factoring in as to men are they're basically unpaid yard work and
No.
they're unpaid executive protection.
What I'm saying.
Does your boyfriend have a firearm?
He does, yes.
Oh, do you have a firearm?
Yes.
Okay.
So-
but he would you expect your boyfriend to like protect you in some sort of life-threatening situation?
He can, but we would both be, good with.
Let's say
with
you were
it.
both
They
disarmed.
say
Wait,
a gun
question.
is a equalizer, the great equalizer.
Let's say you were.
Are you as
hold on,
equal with
really
this
quick,
handgun as
really-
your boyfriend?
Really quick though. Let's say you were.
This is what I was saying last night, and people attacked me. I said, if a woman is a feminist, or she claims to be a good woman, but she's friends with a feminist, that's a no-go for marriage. Now, if you want to date, okay, but when it comes to marriage, because this is going to be the same mindset in the marriage. It's going to be a bunch of sexless relationships, sexless marriages, but she still expects you to provide. And then in case of a divorce, she wants 50-50. She doesn't want 50-50 during the relationship, but 50-50 in a divorce. Also, guys, for some reason, I can't, comments are not showing up on my end. I know some of you guys may be trying to comment in the chat. I can't see it. I also can't comment. That's a YouTube issue. It's not me. I don't know what's going on.
Both disarmed. He obviously, I'm assuming your boyfriend is
Yes.
physically stronger than you.
Yes.
He would fare better trying to
Yes.
take on a physical threat.
Yes.
Right. So you have you have unpaid executive protection.
Yes.
Right.
And
Are you
do
factoring
think-
that into the calculus
Yes, correct. And so it has to,
Okay.
and
Back
so
to you.
basically men are on the same spectrum and that they have to see if they financially benefit from coming into a partnership with a woman, because a man doesn't need a woman to cook or clean for them, right? You can pay for all those services yourself.
Why would you?
The same way that men can pay women, pay a service to cook or clean for them, women can pay somebody to do the yard work for them, or they can pay a Ring camera for protection, or they can own a firearm. What I'm trying to say is that
They can pay a Ring camera for protection? Oh my God. So she thinks because you have a Ring camera, it will stop somebody breaking into your house and smacking your face and stealing everything because you have a Ring camera? Did she ever hear about masks? People wearing masks? Guys, we are cooked. Oh my God. My head hurts already, and I just started the show. This is crazy. Anyway, shout out to you guys who just joined the show, man. I appreciate all of you. Shout out to Mont. If Mont, if you're still in the chat, I would have loved you to join the show and we cook it up, but I can't comment. I can't even put the link in the chat because every time I try it, YouTube refuses to put my comment there. I don't know if I've been hacked. I can't see anybody's chat. If you guys are struggling to chat in the chat section, it's not on me. It's YouTube. I don't know what to do. But in the meantime, let's cook. I'm tired of listening to this feminist. Now she looks good. So the reason she's talking like that is because she probably has a bunch of rich men who want her. So she wouldn't be talking like this if she didn't have anybody approaching her, right? And shout out to whatever podcast. Let's go to the next video. Okay. The next video is crazy. Next video is PG-13, so watch out. It's YouTube friendly, but it's still crazy. Man, I can't see the chat at all. I know you guys are showing support. They're trying to comment. I don't know if you guys, I can't see it. I only saw, ever since Mount said what up, that's it. That's the only comment I can see in the chat for some reason. I don't know what's going on. And I'm not about to, I don't want to refresh because I don't know what will happen if I refresh. I don't want to take the chance. So we're just going to keep cooking until YouTube will figure it out. All right, let's go.
I had really strict parents growing up, and that still did not stop me from getting herpes. I dang near want to blame having strict parents on me getting herpes, because once I got my first little taste of freedom, it was over with. Like, I was wilding out. And not wilding out in a way you would think, like messing with a whole bunch of people, but the little 1-2 people that I did mess with, I was taking that shit overboard. Turned 16, got me a job, got me a car, and I done bagged me some that's in college, some 20-something, so fine. It was up. While talking, we had made a pact not to do the do until he came home from college in the summer. Mind you, my parents were strict, so we weren't going to be able to like link conventionally, like at his house or my house. So I was like, just meet me at my job. And there's a parking garage, you know, at the mall. We could just meet there. So he's like, cool. I knew about protection, but I thought since I was on birth control that, you know, I was going to be okay. I wasn't aware that like, you needed to use protection not only to control birth, but to protect yourself from STD. I want to say it was not 24 hours later, I was infected with herpes. And it literally happened like overnight.
24
I
hours.
went home, went to sleep, woke up, and I literally just felt something like grabbing me down there. I went and grabbed a mirror. And when I put the mirror down there to see like what was going on, I literally dropped the mirror because I was scared. It looked like it was a monster on my lady parts. I'm like, what the heck is that? Mind you, I think a few more days go by and I'm just in excruciating pain. That's why they say if you get herpes, you're going to know that you have it. Rarely, some people don't get symptoms, but most of the time you do. So I ended up like trying to hide it from my family and my parents and stuff, but I was holding my urine for so long that my urine just like expelled out of my body in the kitchen one day. And my mom was like, what is going on with you? What, blah, 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 blah. She's going off on me. So I ended up having to tell her like, there's some sores down there. It hurts really bad. And she kind of immediately knew like what it was.
Damn, that shit hurt. So here's the question.
24 hours though?
That was painful.
Is that true though? Signs show up after 24 hours? I don't believe it.
Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it that her at 16, somebody's mic is crazy. Yeah. And her at 16 got herpes from a 20-year-old man?
I think it's her. It's part her parents' fault, only because the 16 part.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but you said the parents were strict.
I don't want to blame the parents, but
Isn't that statutory rape if he's 20 and she's 16?
Yeah.
You know, but we all kind of, I mean, we got to think about it. We all knew those girls in high schools who thought it was cool to have a college boy.
Yeah.
But
is it legal?
It's not.
No. Yeah, that's the part I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
technically, I mean, he was.
but what do you think she should do now?
With her.
What do you think she should do now?
Well, I mean, she need to go get her some Valtrex and keep it moving. You know,
No,
what I'm saying? There's nothing else she can
she's
do.
an adult now.
Yeah.
She's an adult now. So she's an adult. She's grown now. But she was telling her story about how she got pregnant not pregnant, herpes at 16 from a 20-year-old.
I blame the man. It's the guy's fault.
Surprise. I mean, absolutely not. Before the man came on it, picture, it was literally the parents and the child. How did the child not know?
At the end of the day, as a parent, I'm not a parent, but I can only imagine you try the best you can. And
How
sometimes your child.
You're not a parent, though. You can't speak on this.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
I can say that, and I've heard a lot of parents say this because I grew up in the church, and I've seen the way that these children were raised and what they turned out to be. And not every child is on the straight and narrow, despite the fact that they might have been raised right in a 2-parent household. At the end of the day, he had no business preying on that 16-year-old child. He didn't. I feel like he preyed upon her. It was some easy ussy. And I feel like had that not even been a factor, hell, what the hell was his parents at? Then if I had to go in order, then it would be the girl, then it would be her parents.
Well, then can I ask you a question? If you were in that position, would you be angry enough to not tell the next dude so you can give it to him?
How is that even applicable to this scenario? That's not even a question. And I wouldn't even place myself in that kind of scenario.
I would like to ask her that. Are you that angry that you want to give it to somebody else?
It didn't appear that she would have been that angry to pass it along to somebody else. That wasn't even like something brought up in the video. Where are you getting this from, Shampoo?
I'm just.
I think it's very hard to blame the parents in this situation because she literally said in the video the parents were strict. So if the parents were strict, we know kids sometimes want to do what they want to do, especially when they become teenagers, adolescent age and stuff like that. They will wild out. Sometimes the parents can't do nothing about it. You feel me? So I believe there's nothing they could have done in that situation. I would blame the guy because he was 20, she was 16. But sometimes, how many of us who are 20 years old were asking for girls' IDs who looked older than 18? So I think it's a case because she's saying she didn't even know that you could get STDs, stuff like that. That's crazy. So maybe I could blame the parents. The parents could have taught her better.
Why would you want to know that?
Because she's doing her hair to look pretty. To somebody gonna want to stick it.
There's plenty of people with herpes
She's gonna tell them, let me just tell you, I know I look good and everything, but let me just tell you, this ain't a big deal, but I got herpes.
Well,
you know what I've heard through the grapevine that some people don't even care, which is crazy work to me. But I've heard people who are diagnosed with herpes say that like their partners don't care. They just don't do it during their outbreaks. But that's the thing.
I've heard that before.
People don't care. Like that also is very stigmatized or very deemed as normal, which is crazy work. But
I don't think it was her fault. And I'm scared that I don't want to say it's the parents' fault either, but
why are we not blaming the guy? Why he ain't got no fault?
Say it.
Do we know what state this was in?
The parents' fault too.
No, I know, but I don't know because Anton's trying to protect his daughter, and I'm trying to protect my daughter, and
none of this. It wouldn't be possible.
Okay, as parents, we know to equip our children with the proper knowledge about what's going on in this world. So when it comes to sex and having those talks, you need to have those talks with them as soon as puberty hits. You know what I mean?
Listen, my son is 15. I bought him the e-bike. I told him wear the helmet. He said okay. He had them eyes that say I'm telling the truth. And then he put on the helmet. He do it all tight. Yeah, he's just tighten up. All that con shit, right? And then I look out the window and he going out there and throw the helmet right in the bushes so he can pick it up when he get back.
I mean, parents don't teach kids anymore how to use condoms. Parents don't even talk about sex. Kids are learning about sex through social media. So who's really to blame at the end of the day? Because parents gotta work, you know. But I mean, as long as the kid is not an adult yet, I guess the parents have to take the blame for majority of the time. But anyway, that's part of the video I just wanted to show. So that's all. I'm not going to play the rest of the video. It's half an hour. That's it. That's all I wanted to show you guys. Crazy times. But I got more videos, so let's go. We're gonna get there. I got another video we're gonna be going through. Well, several videos. But yes. Shout out to you guys. Guys, again, I don't know if you guys can chat, but I can't see any chats. I can't even comment. So if you're saying something in the chat and you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see any chats. That's YouTube's fault. It's not my fault. For some reason, YouTube is being weird today. So please don't blame me. I appreciate that. Thank you. You gotta blame YouTube. So if you can't comment down below, or if you're commenting and I just can't see it because I don't see nothing in the chat, so it's probably YouTube. All right, let's go to my boy Fadi. Give me one second. All right, let's go to Fadi. Shout out to Fadi. Did you guys see me on Ilkanali's channel last night? They were going after me, man. I did nothing wrong, man. I was just sharing my opinion, but I had the whole panel. That was the first time. The whole panel, like 5 people going against me. That was crazy. But I stood on my ground. I stood on my square. I was standing 10 toes down. I wasn't going to give it, okay?
Can I ask you a question, Moonlight, real quick?
You can. Mm-hmm.
Are married women easier to crack? Are married women easier to crack, meaning married woman will give access quicker than a woman that is single and has all the options in the world because she can do whatever she wants?
When you say a married woman can crack, what do you mean?
Meaning they will
married to her husband and she's just being very, giving and to her husband?
They will give sexual access to a man faster than a woman that is actually single.
Mm-hmm. So this married woman is giving access to her husband faster, like she's not out there being married, just giving
to another man, not to her husband, to another man.
So she's married, but she's out there giving herself to other men. Is the scenario?
Yes.
Wow. Well, that's a lot of layers there, but I would have to say, like, why really? If she's married, is she out there giving herself to other men instead of just like nurturing the marriage or just saying, I can't do it anymore and go ahead on?
Time.
So it's kind of like, a cowardly type thing to do, really.
Happens all the time.
I think it's just life. People want their cake and eat it too. They want stability and security and companionship and a 401k and life insurance and health insurance, and they want to have fun too.
Yeah.
Really?
Any married women here?
Any married woman here? I'm divorced.
And Krish is married.
You're married?
Why did you ask that for a reason, Stacey?
Yeah, because if there weren't any married women here, this conversation would be pointless, right?
No, we can talk about the moon without being astronauts.
Nah, I don't want to talk about German economics if I'm not German.
You can talk about it because
but we do it all the time.
You know what it is? I'm a professional minder of my own business. So it's like, unless it concerns me, affects me, or pays me.
It's just a panel. People have conversations about anything that affects human beings on a day-to-day basis. You don't have to actually be in it to actually have experienced something to talk about it. You could have knowledge about it. Maybe you read about it.
Yeah, but that's the point, because aren't you like a professional, like you
Which is
rate your
why I have people
personality.
on to talk about money and relationships and things
Sure.
that matter to that things that I can relate to. Again, I don't get online just asking, are married men more likely to cheat than single men? Because I've never been a single man or a single woman. I mean,
Sure,
or,
but you talk about men before without being a man, right?
No, I ask men their opinion on men, and I'll tell my.
So you never commented on the Didi situation. You never commented on the pop culture topics. If I go to your page or to your show and I listen long enough, I will never catch you talking about like random stuff that has nothing to do with you.
Correct. Recently, there's a clip on my page where somebody asked me what was my opinion on the whole. I think it was like Cardi B versus Nicki situation. I'm like, I've never been a millionaire rapper. Why would I care? I don't have an opinion on this because I've never been there.
So you wouldn't have an opinion, for example, on Nicki leaving Offset just to get with Stefan Diggs that probably doing even dirtier? Like you don't have an opinion about that?
No, I don't care. I don't care about Nicki. I don't care about Offset. I don't care about none of these people. And I've never been in rooms with these people, nor do I want to be in rooms.
So you're only going to answer to topics that are more of a single type of way because you are a single woman. So you know.
I never said I was single.
Are you
No,
single?
I never said that now. My partner is right across from this laptop.
So you have a boyfriend?
I didn't say that either.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is annoying. Fadi even took off his glasses. And you know what's funny? She has podcasted down here. And she's laughing and smiling about it because she knows that's bullshit. If you come on a panel and you're trying to have a conversation, whatever conversation. Now, if you don't know, you can say, I don't know, because you can't know everything about every topic. But if you don't know, just say I don't know. Just you can't say I don't want to talk about it because I don't care about it. That's rude when you come on a panel.
Not tuck the glass shades off, goddamn.
Okay.
Tuck the shades off in it.
That's interesting. So I will say this, right?
What?
I'm not a married man, but I'm an observer of men.
Of married men?
Huh?
Of married men?
Yes, observer means you open your eyes and you look around and see what's happening around.
And you're looking around at married men?
At people. She's trying to get him. She's trying to
Sure.
Okay. I mean, whatever you into. Listen, love is love, right? This is a judgment-free zone.
Look at her.
Of course. That's why we're never going to judge you for the train that you got run on you when you went to Jamaica. Right?
Hold on. Here's the thing.
No, love is love. No, we don't.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
You said train?
No. Listen.
No,
Intellectually low.
No, we don't need to do the low or the high. If you are going to question my sexuality without no evidence, I can question how you give your coochie away every time your husband is not watching. Okay?
What did I ask you?
I will ask you to lower your tone so I can actually conduct my show.
Thing, because if you have to resort to solo, that you resort to influence. First of all, if I was running a train in Jamaica, it would be me, your daddy, and your mom.
It doesn't matter.
Of course. Thank you for entertaining the senior citizens.
Just because you are this big, do not take out those frustrations here because that has nothing to do with me.
I'm not small.
The real high is coming out. Fadi, I will give it to Fadi. He knows how to trigger them too, so that the real them comes out. Because before she tried to act like as if, I don't care, but now her real character is coming out.
Feelings. If I hurt your feelings,
I'm not small. Your coochie is loose.
Don't resort.
It's your coochie that is big. It's not me that is small. Your coochie is big.
If I hurt your feelings, say that.
No,
say that,
you didn't.
Right?
You didn't hurt my feelings.
If I bruise your ego, say that.
So no,
but don't make things up. Don't make things up. Like we've done this. This is a trident. Like we've done this. Like try something else. Say something else.
So now that we got
you can verify.
Okay, so now that we got these out of the way, right?
We didn't get anything out of the way. I'm still waiting on you to say something you can verify and say it right now.
So didn't you imply that I was?
She did.
No, you implied that.
Okay, totally fair. So you didn't say we are no judgment-free zone. You are into what you are into. When I say I'm observer of married man, meaning that I
And
look around and
a
I see how they
confident
move.
a confident man would have stood confidently
She's
in
being
whatever it
passive
is that he is.
aggressive.
But I get
And
it.
I did,
Listen,
but if you can speculate about
I
sexuality,
hurt
I can speculate
your
about what you do with your
feelings.
assholes,
I
right?
hurt your feelings. I hurt your feelings. And now you
No,
are
no, no.
obsessed with
We're
my
having a
body and do your
conversation.
thing. It looks good. I feel it. Like the only thing you can come for is my body. And that's very typical of men. And it's very
No, no,
typical
no.
of
It's
small
not.
men.
It's not
Like
just
this
your
big.
body.
Like this
It's
big.
that
The hypocrisy. She just saying the only thing he can attack on her is her body, but she's doing this to talk about his dick size. The hypocrisy, the irony. She can't even. Oh my God, the double standards.
no.
Like
It's
this
not
big.
that.
This
It's not
big.
that your
This
body.
big.
Is that,
This
for
big.
example,
This
is that
big.
you post like a
This big.
prostitute?
This big. This big. This big. This big.
Yeah, sure.
This. Okay. I already know who you are. I already see it. Like I hurt your feelings and I bruised your ego, and now you have to come to my body and do it. If that's all you can come for, then hey, listen, I
You
would
can't
too.
attack
If I
someone
was
and tell them
you,
how to respond.
right? If I was you and I was looking at me, I would come for the physical too, because that's all you could say, right? You can't say nothing else. You have nothing else to
I will
say.
never.
So I would
I will
only
never.
go for the
I will
physical.
never
I
attack you
would
for your
only
body.
go
I
for the
love
physical.
BBLs.
I
I'll
would
never
all
go for your
no.
body. I love fake bodies. I love BBLs. I'll never come for
You
your body.
are
You have a.
the walking definition of a
I love
misogynist.
BBLs.
You
Everybody
are a
knows here.
misogynist.
I defend. If you
You
are a
are a
woman that is
misogynist.
bad built, go
I
get
know
the
your dad
BBL like
told me.
Stacy.
Listen, your
I
dad
support it all around.
told me.
Oh
He
my
told me. He
God.
told me. Your father explained to me in great detail that you weren't hugged enough as a child or
Here
enough
we
as an
go.
adult. So you
At least
resort
I
to
know my
misogyny
father.
when it
Do you
comes
know
to
yours?
women. Yeah, whose house
That's
you
a
think
good
I'm in right
question.
now, boy?
It sounds like you have daddy issues.
No, you wish I did though. Like that would be convenient for you. Like you
Does
going
your
for all
dad
the
knows how you post on
stereotypes.
Does
Try
your dad
something
knows how you
else.
post on social media?
Try something else. Try something else. Try something else.
No,
I'm
am
gonna
I
give you
asking
5
you?
seconds. I'm gonna
No,
give you
am I
5
asking you?
seconds to come up with a new idea.
No,
Come
no,
on.
no. Is your
And
dad
the
proud?
time I'm gonna
Is your
take you
dad
to
proud
come
of you
up with a
posting
new
like? Is your
idea,
dad proud of
I'm gonna
this?
come up with 3 new ones. So I'm
Is
gonna
your
give you
dad
5
proud of you
seconds.
posting like
And
this?
he's sure
Wait, this is what she posts on social media? She must have an OnlyFans or something like that. Your father is exposing her real bad.
Oh, yeah, no,
Does your
zoom in for
does your
the
dad?
shit.
Is your dad?
Zoom in,
Is
zoom
your
in,
is
zoom in. Why you
is your
zoom
dad
in?
proud
You a
of what you're doing?
hater. You a hater.
Is your dad proud of you posting like this? You whore.
All right. So 5 seconds starting now. Come up with a new, like a new zinger. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds, and in the 5 seconds, it's take you to come up with one. I'm gonna come up with 3 about you. Deal?
Okay.
5,
Okay. So let me ask you
4,
something, right? Let me
3,
ask you something.
2. I'm gonna give you 3 extra seconds because I'm a generous queen. 3, 2,
He's sassy.
1. All right, damn.
She's never been told
See,
no in her
thing-
life.
Shut up, silly woman.
I ain't even got to do too much to come for you because you look how you look and you sound how you sound. So you've lost enough, right? So all you can do is this. All you can do is this. You struggling over here to get a W-2 to get some paper so you can come into the U.S. so you could meet real Americans.
I'm a European
and try
citizen.
to
I
get
have
cool
no.
with
I have
them,
no.
right?
I have no. I
So
have
it's like you're
nothing
in
to
this
do.
situation where the only thing you can do is insult Black women, and that's sad for you.
This is what I'm
That's
talking
sad
about.
for you.
Here we go.
That's really
Here we go with a victimhood. You know, every time they lose a debate or a roasting session, they go to the whole excuse of you're attacking Black women. The whole time she was attacking him, she was saying how his dick is so small and things like that, how he's gay. Now she's going to, oh, you're attacking Black women. And you know why she's doing that? Because the other Black women on the panel, so the sisterhood can come together. So I didn't watch this, so I want to see if they fell for it, because sometimes they fall for it. So I wouldn't be shocked if they go and start telling Fadi to stop talking about her, even if they watched the whole time when she was attacking him.
sad for you. And I wish I could go back in time and hug your mom so she could have hugged you, because you deserve hugs.
Why are you talking
Little
about
brown
his mom?
boy, you deserve hugs and love, and you deserve attention. So you don't have to grow up to be a man who's fighting for attention of women on the internet. You don't know. Like, you deserve hugs. And I want you to know that you are validated in all the spaces where you felt small, where women talked about you, where you were bullied and women belittled you. I want you to know, as an advocate for little men, the Lord Farquhars of this nation, I want you to know I'm advocating for you and your spirit, your inner growth, not physical because you're so small, and maybe not like mental growth because you're real dumb, but like emotional growth. I feel like you can get there. I feel like you can get to that point. So you don't have to resort to discussing women's bodies when you feel small. You don't have to resort to disrespecting women because you don't agree with how they think. You don't have to resort to insulting women at the sake of getting views. Like I
called him
hope that you get
gay.
to a place where you don't have to do that. But the problem is your mother failed, your daddy failed, and then that condom failed. So they raised the failure. So now you are the living, walking, breathing embodiment of failure. You are failure incarnate. If I open the dictionary right now, failure has a giant picture next to you, which is why you have to reach out to me to come here and make this relevant. But you got it now. You had enough for me. So with this, your little whack ass, like whatever this is, whatever this is, baby, I'm already good. Like you came to me, you needed my help. Like this 45 and older platform that you got and you're struggling for views, you came to me. You came to Big Dog for help, right? So next time, act like I took you out the kennel and tried to make you something good.
More like big Gucci. No, Big Dog, big Gucci, big mouth.
It's lost on brown people because this was charity. I was donating my vibes to you. I was donating my energy to you. And look at you. Look at you. Look at you.
This is who she is in real life.
When people are acting crazy, you don't interrupt them. You just let
your
them
mother
go there.
should have swallowed.
And that's totally
ladies,
fine.
The two of you, all the best. This little nigga.
Oh, you rage quitting? Rage quit.
She ran off. Oh my.
So I want to point this out. I let this slide for a second so you actually can see once again what happens when you are trying to actually be nice and polite. Nothing that I asked was annoying.
I think I have to drop and come back. I can't hear.
Yeah, just refresh. What? Nothing that I asked was annoying, was disrespectful. It was a general question, right? We have several evidence of this woman talking about anything and everything on her show, on her podcast. It gets wetter the longer you handle it, talking about buried people, pop culture, and all that. I ask a regular question. She comes on the show and says, I'm not going to talk about nothing that doesn't pertain to me.
Because she wasn't smart enough to discuss the topic of the show. And this is what I was saying. If you go on a panel and because I'm sure she did her research to see what Fadi talks about and what the panels talk about, they talk about different things, pop culture, whatever, relationships, they go politics, culture, whatever they want to talk about. If you are invited on a panel, you can do some research to see what they talk about, and then you can decide whether you want to join the panel and talk about it or not. But if you join the panel and then the host says, hey, let's discuss this topic, and you claim you don't care about the topic, that's disrespectful. And then she just went on a tangent, tried to attack him. He gave her feedback, she didn't like it, and then she just started crying, and then she ran off. She rage quit. Crazy times, man. But shout out to you, Kanali. Shout out to Fadi, man. To be fair, it was between them two, but I don't like when a woman attacks a man and the other sisters just look on. Because if Fadi attacked her, because she attacked him first, if Fadi attacked her, I think the men would have come in to tell him to calm down, in my opinion. Anyway, that's what's up. Let's go to another video. Guys, again, for some reason, YouTube can't let me comment down below or even see what you guys are saying in the chat, but I appreciate you for still being here. I can't see your chats. I can't even comment down below in the chat section. That's on YouTube. That's not on me for some reason. I'm sorry, man. But anyway, I still got videos, so let's just do that. But for some reason, I can't see shit. Unfortunately, I'm mad about it, but the show must goes on. All right, let's go to Lapif. Give me 1 second to load this up real quick. Like the video, man. Like the video so that other people can join us. Like the video, I appreciate that. Like the video. All right. Hold on. All right, here we go. Okay. Mm. All right, here we go. On to the fifth.
Ship. I know. I get it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not negating what you're saying. I agree with you, Willie. But there are men that exist that
course, there's
value
unicorns.
friendship
We're
with
not arguing that.
people.
I
But
gave
no,
her
not
both of those two
you,
niggas
Willie.
exist. And the-
Not
my-
you, Willie. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
I
talking
gave you
about
an
what
example.
she is saying
Pheromones,
because
oxytocin.
they
The
want
love.
something.
Oxytocin is literally the love hormone. Okay, it's your touch, your smell. I mean,
What does
and
that
these
have
things
to
are
do with
these things are
anything?
literally studied. You can have your emotions, and then there is actual facts of logic.
What does that have to do with
Do that-
it? What-
do that- that-
We're
that
talking
doesn't-
about friendship. I'm
Yeah,
going
that
out
doesn't make
to eat.
This,
That,
you know
that
what,
doesn't
my
make
personal
sense to me.
opinion,
It doesn't make sense to me, Savage. I'm not because of what you said. Sorry, let me clarify my thought. Aren't those same biological emotions? Don't they occur even if you're spending time with another like same-sex person because of the feel good? So that's why I don't want. I'm more in line with what Bo is saying. I heard this last week. I'm like, you telling me men are incapable of being friends with women? Like this don't make sense to me. Like seriously?
Not incapable. It's just unlikely, and this is why. Just take it this way, ladies. If we're saying that niggas that around you want to fuck you, at least you know we don't think that you're super ugly. Because if we believe that the niggas around you didn't want to fuck you, we believe that you're ugly. Like you probably don't bathe, you stink, you're hairy. It's something wrong with you if men in mass believe that the niggas around you don't want to stick their dicks in you. Like that's just not how biology works. We don't even have to. We spend time with people. Again, like use the military as a great example. It's niggas, it's girls in the military just by proximity that dudes would not fuck if they were overseas, if they were back stateside, because you know there's prettier women. But because they're familiar, they've been hanging out. You start, damn, this you do got a little ass back there because y'all stay and watch for 12 hours a day together. You become attracted to them and can see and end up fucking them. But you would never do it here. That's what these men are hoping y'all do stateside. They're hoping that y'all fuck around, give him something. Because you know what? I did change her tire that one time. I did come through when saying when she'd help on a light bill. Or damn, I do help her son. I did coach her son. Like, that's what these niggas are doing that stuff for. The majority of the time. Like I said, out of 50, 48 of these niggas are doing this.
But really,
True is one of those niggas. So if the majority of niggas around you are just trying to get something from you, and you should be aware of that. I think we all are now. If you continue to take those things from those men, that is how you're breadcrumbing.
But Willie, y'all just said I haven't said nothing in like 3 topics. But like Willie, we just had a discussion where Trev asked a question. Why would you keep a woman around if you know you're not gonna wife? Right?
That's different.
You basically just have her as a placeholder, kind of like friend zoning her in a way. And you just said the reason you gave us all you men gave us reasons why you would keep a woman around that you know you're not gonna be with.
Yeah, the difference is a man will keep a woman around if there's sex involved. But a woman will keep a man around if there's no sex involved. That's the difference. Women are willing to keep men around them because they know they will get something from a man, whether it's protection, taking them out, spending time with them, the man being their therapist, whatever it is, they'll keep the man around if there is no sex involved. Right? That's why even sometimes if a man hangs out with a woman, they go on dates and the man never makes the move, she doesn't care. She will just think, sometimes they actually think you're gay, so they'll play along. Sometimes they'll even just leave you alone because they're thinking, why doesn't he make a move on me? So women are willing to stay around a man if there's no sex involved. On the other hand, men are not willing to do that. Now, some men go into the friend zone and they're hoping, but even the men who are in the friend zone, they're hoping one day she's going to give him some.
I think that's not a good comparison.
No, I'm not done. Can I land this?
Oh, I'm sorry, you took a break. My fault. Go ahead, Mama.
Hold on. As soon as there is some space, I have my best friend on the phone. I really want y'all to hear these series of questions I got for him.
So
it's not
I'm
so serious. The question.
Go
You gotta
ahead.
be
So I'm not saying that these are the same things, but I'm saying that you're using someone for something. So y'all like Willie said that you using this friend guy as he come and change a tire, or you using this guy.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's really not the woman's fault on why this man is simping over this woman. He's putting himself in the friend zone. She's not holding him against his will to keep him in this zone. So I wanted to ask, like, one of the guys, how long would you stay in this friend zone with this woman, knowing that she probably don't want to be with you? Like, that's my question.
It depends on every man's options. If the man has, because sometimes one of the number one reasons, two reasons men stay in the friend zone and they're hoping at some point the woman will give them a chance. The number one reason men stay in a friend zone, or they stay pursuing a woman who doesn't want them, especially if she has made it clear she doesn't want them. One reason, they can't find other women. That's number one. The second reason is because they've been investing money. So let's say a man takes a woman out on 4 or 5 dates and he has been spending money on her, whatever, doing things for her. At some point, the man is like, you know what? I've already invested so much. Let me just stick around, and he'll keep hoping, even if it's never going to happen. So those are the two reasons why men keep women around, or they keep investing and keep pursuing women. If there's no sex, they're hoping one day it's going to happen.
I will be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you right now. A lot of men will stay either one until they get tired, or two, they get the ass.
Yeah.
Now I will say this though. This is where the issue comes in. This is why I say friend zoning is a very specific thing that we're speaking of. It's not just becoming friends with a guy, because we do become platonic friends with y'all in a number of different ways. Friend zoning is very specific. It's one of those things where you put somebody in the friend category. Because I always say it's very easy to start a relationship with a woman, especially a non-sexual relationship. It is extremely easy. You can do all boyfriend things for a woman and she never give you ass, and she'd be completely okay with that relationship. You can talk to her all night on the phone. You can be friends with her. You can take her out to eat.
Facts.
You can buy her stuff. You can buy things on her. You can have a Valentine's Day with her where you give her all these and she will love all that stuff.
Facts.
As long as there's no sex involved. And that could be a literally almost borderline relationship without the sex. It's very easy.
That's true.
So what happens on y'all part is that it's the women who purposely put guys or purposely sit guys in the friend zone, and they breadcrumb them by saying, oh, well, come hang out with me. And then later they're asking for a favor, or they'll call you and just because they broke up with their boyfriend that night, they want to call him, and then because they need a shoulder to cry on. So they call that guy up and want to talk to him, and they put the little sweet voice on, or they ask them to come over and they'll watch a movie and shit, cuddle up with them, even though in her mind, she knows this cuddling don't mean shit, but she knows that this guy likes her. But she needs she needs somebody to be there with her. She needs somebody to pick her up from her job because her car broke down. She needs somebody to come over and change her tire. And she will put on the sweet voice and all of this. Matter of fact, what's funny is relationships with women aren't always reciprocal, even friendships.
Yeah, because they don't care to reciprocate to men, and men are now. I can hold a woman accountable for not, giving any reciprocation if they're in a relationship. But if you're not in a relationship with a woman and you keep giving and you get nothing in return, it doesn't have to be sex. But if you keep investing in this woman and doing nice things for her, and she never does anything nice for you, as a man, that's on you, because that should be the first red flag. I'm talking about before relationship. Because clearly, if she wasn't reciprocating during the talking or dating phase, and you decided to be in a relationship with her, that's on you, because you saw the red flags before. So I can't hold her accountable for that. But I'm talking about in the talking stage. If she doesn't reciprocate, as a man, you should bounce. But some men stay, like I say, like he also said, because they've been investing, they're hoping one day they're gonna get some.
I had a conversation with one of my best friends. She's been my best friend since high school, 17 years. And I asked her this. I said, now she's married as well. And I asked her this. I said, hey, if you ever needed me to come over to your house and like put a tent up in your backyard because you had a party that was about to go on, you said, hey, look, I need you to come over here, set up my backyard, set up all these tents, put up these tables for me. What would you expect me to do? She said, I would expect you to come help me. I'm like, yeah, I probably would come help you. So I asked her the opposite question. I said, all right, bet. All right, let me ask you a question. If I told you I had a guest, I had like 20 party guests coming over, and she makes this really good meal called ziti or some shit like that. And I said, I need you to make me a pan of your ziti for my 20 guests. You know, she said, I don't know if I can do that because that might be disrespectful
to my husband. Yeah,
to her marriage. I'm like, wait. So you said that? I'm like, wait. So you saying you would want me to come over and build something for you and put something up in your backyard or whatever and help you put something together? But if I ask you to come cook one of your famous meals that you call famous,
was she gonna pay you though?
No,
okay. Friends.
This is
one way friendship.
I'm not gonna be long about it, but I just wanted to let people know that I think we're giving men a bad rap by just making it seem like we're these savages who can't possibly handle friendships at all platonically. There's a lot of men who do value a friendship in a woman, and we talked about this a little bit earlier in the week, but insight and perspective are extremely important to me, right? And I got plenty of female friends, some of them bad too, and it doesn't really matter. I think that it more suits men who are dissatisfied. Now, I will say that most men are not satisfied. So that's why you would have what I agree to be the majority of men who would go ahead and want to jump on every female that they're around because they obviously are not getting what it is that they want to get. But that
honestly, you know, and this is a good topic, but I wouldn't have an issue if a woman who's in a relationship refuses to help the so-called male friend, because it's just a respect thing to her partner or to her husband. And the same thing as a man, I think we need to set boundaries. At the same time, we're human beings. So if you guys spend enough time together and both of you are single, unless one of you finds the other person completely unattractive, which we know the more time you spend with somebody, even if you think they're very, very attractive, it's just natural to develop feelings or some attraction towards them. It just happens like that sometimes. So unless you guys were friends, like since you were middle school or something, elementary school, it's just safer as men and women to have those boundaries. But if you're just hanging out with somebody, because sometimes men claim it's okay to have female friends, but exactly, if you can't say that, if you can't call that female friend in the middle of the night to come help you to pick you up because your car broke down, then she's not your friend, because she would expect you to do the same thing for her. If her car broke down in the middle of the night and she calls you, she expects you to go. But if she's gonna give you excuses and she says, I can't come help you, then she's not really your friend. What do you guys think about that? All right, let's go to the next video. All right, let's go to Anton Daniels. Give me one second. All right, shout out to you guys who are watching. Guys, again, if you're just coming into the show, if you're trying to put anything in the chat or commenting down below, I can't see the chats and I can't even comment. YouTube is not letting me. I don't know why. You're gonna have to talk with Google and YouTube about that. It's not my fault. So I can't see anything that you guys are saying in the chat. You probably can't even comment down below. I don't know why, but still, I appreciate you guys. I see that you're watching, so I appreciate that. Just like the videos, you're coming in, so more people can join us. All right, Lego.
I'm cool with that. Number one, it's a lot more money in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm cool. It's a lot less headaches. I couldn't imagine having 700 wives. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to talk to nobody. You know,
y'all can barely please one. Y'all talking about pleasing 700.
And that's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
I guess you talking about somebody you was with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what do you
Shampoo,
want?
I'm sure you ain't hit every strike that you rolled.
You sound like a Tyler Perry movie, like with these like
y'all are getting distracted. Y'all getting distracted. The question is, or the statement that we're speaking to is Clifton Powell specifically being a representation of men, or a lot of men that say that has never leaned into monogamy, Maybe they do once they get past a certain age, but a lot of guys are agreeing with him and saying that they have never leaned into monogamy before.
But the reason why he didn't lean into monogamy is because he didn't have to. The poor man has to.
That's not true.
The rich man. I'm just saying, the poor man can't have multiple women.
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm talking about for the majority. I'm talking about what your woman.
I'm talking about for the majority too.
Yeah.
The niggas that sleep with the most hoes ain't the ones that got the most money. It's the ones that got the most time on their hands.
But I'm talking about the women allowing them to. See,
cheating is a rich man sport.
No.
Listen, y'all got that wrong. If you ask me.
Being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it without being held accountable in a traditional way is a rich man's sport.
That's what I mean. That's all I'm saying.
But cheating is universal. I don't care if you ain't got $1 or if you got all the money. There has never been a barrier that prevents people from cheating. That you don't have to have money in order to do this.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, man, why agree to monogamy if you're not going to do it? And that's not to say a man go into a relationship to cheat. Some do, but why even agree to even be with somebody under the notion that we just rocking with each other, and then you out there sleeping with? It was Keisha, Trisha, LaShawn.
That's where I agree with you, Jeff. That's why.
Like, if you real P about it, you ain't got to lie about it. If you real player,
Jeff, I agree with you there.
If
you make vows and you break them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree. Like, that's cowardly. I agree with that. But but you know, all overall, you should be able to like exercise that option. But if you make vows and you break them, you know, yeah, you're done for that.
Most men accept to be in monogamous relationships because the women tell them to be so. Because I can guarantee you the men who are in committed relationships or monogamous relationships, if the women told them, hey, honey, now you can have other women, it's okay. I won't get mad. I won't leave you. Most men will go for it. Let's be honest.
A lot of guys, why do y'all think that it's a lot of guys that says that they've never leaned into monogamy?
Because women ask for it.
Self-control.
Because it goes against human nature. It goes against male nature to be monogamous.
No, I think that when men, the lack of discipline. Y'all don't have the.
It's not a lack of discipline.
Yes, it is.
And y'all want everything.
Carmen, how is it?
Hold on for a second. Hold on. I want to get Shampoo's perspective because I want to get the guys first because guys can speak to it probably more effectively than y'all can.
You gotta understand, guys like that guy's an actor, but that has nothing to do with it. But when when some guys say they never learn how to love and I didn't know what mahogany, but whatever you call it was, you know, until I met you. Some of that is game.
Yeah,
that's to make a woman think that he had a lot of women and all that stuff. I know a lot of guys that pull that game shit. Sometimes they use Jesus. Sometimes they use a little bit of that, a little bit of that. And, men was born to be with many women. And, you know, I used to be like that, but I'm not like that anymore since I met you. And, you know, it's part of the game. That's why when I hear it, it sounds like game. But people are sincere. I think he might have been sincere. Like you said, he had money, so he had choices. But now he getting older and he wants to settle down. He's saying he knows what love is.
At 70 though?
So hold on, Jess. Hold on, Eli. Give me a second. I want to get Jonathan in here real quick. Okay. And then you can go ahead, Eli. Jonathan, what are your thoughts on this? Why are a lot of guys saying that they have never been monogamous or that they've never actually been faithful in a relationship before?
I think it goes back to what we said earlier. Lack of patriarchy. Because well, if we don't got no order, we got patriarchy creates order. So all you got.
Yeah, but in the real patriarchy, the top % of men always had multiple women, which was about resources. Even now it kind of is, but that usually used to be that the men at the bottom never used to deal with many women at the same time because you had to really provide.
Right now it's confusion and chaos, and it just seemed like when he get to talking about we didn't have that back then, slavery and this, that, and our parents and all that, it seems like what he's really saying, we didn't have no strong fathers. We didn't have no patriarchy in place anymore. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is you got a bunch of men running around trying to figure out how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? And then just trying to figure it out in confusion. So they are here just feeling their way around, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what it means to be a man. So it really goes back to that, in my opinion.
My father's motto, my father was with my mother for over 50 years. But he used to call, he never condoned what people call cheating. But what he said was, don't ever sleep out. Like, whatever you do, come home.
In other words, it was okay with men clapping some chicks out there on the road as long as they come and spend the night at home. Okay, some men do that.
Pay attention to your wife. Pay attention to, like, show her love. A lot of people cheat on their spouses, and then they neglect that spouse in favor of the girl they cheating with. That's what makes the woman angry. If you give her the same attention, you could cheat all the time.
No.
If you go fuck a girl and you come home and you fuck your wife and then you take her to dinner tomorrow and all that stuff, the next day you got that whole day to cheat.
No.
Because you satisfied her already.
That is not funny at time.
My father told me that.
It's real.
My father told me that. I said, damn,
real.
real.
It's easy to laugh about cheating when y'all going to cheat until y'all get cheated on.
Wait. So I can't laugh at what he said?
It's easy to do the laughing when y'all the ones that we're talking about cheating until y'all get cheated on. Now y'all trying to knock her head off and watching the cry. It's cool until you get cheated on, then the men want to crash out.
Just can I ask you a question?
Y'all can laugh at that. The fact that y'all laughing at that is crazy.
You know why this is bad, Jess? Because we can't even have a conversation as adults to get understanding. Versus arguing about it. So are you gonna hold us accountable and we ain't even did nothing?
I'm saying y'all laughing, y'all being so
because you didn't listen.
Daddy said if you take her to dinner and you cheated on her, you got all day to cheat.
You're not listening now.
Personal thing.
Can I just ask you something?
She can't hear nobody.
It's not funny. It's not.
So
she's not even responding.
Can I ask you a question?
No, please
did
don't.
Did you listen to what I said? Or you just heard the part of cheating?
No.
I listened to everything you said.
I said keep your wife happy. And
that's
then
still
cheat.
That's still not a good statement. Like that doesn't make what you said any better. Like really?
Keep your wife happy isn't a good statement?
Yes.
No, wait.
Keep your wife happy so that you can go cheat?
No, she doesn't know because you're treating her good. She doesn't know what you don't know.
It's still a betrayal. What are y'all talking about? It's still a betrayal.
That's why I got upset because they're laughing
she'll
at
be
it. Like
real unhappy as soon as she find out that you was sleeping
She's
around
not
her.
gonna listen, Carmen.
You know, the truth is there are men who don't cheat. But usually those men don't have lots of money. And unfortunately, women don't want those types of men. They want the men with all the money to be as loyal and committed as the men without the money. I'm not saying men without the money don't cheat. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they have less options because cheating involves money, involves time, but most importantly, money. So a man with more money is going to cheat more because, first of all, women are going to throw themselves at him. So it's going to be easier for him. But number two, he has the resources to attract those women and to even keep them around compared to the normal guys, average men who don't have the money or who don't even want to cheat because they know the moment they cheat, she's going to leave them. But these women don't want the average man who doesn't cheat. So who's to blame?
Carmen, just let me say one more thing. We can go back to church, Eli. But just let me hear one more thing. Let me tell you one more thing. If she's the reason why most women find out is not because the man told them, is because they start looking because they're neglected. So they say, why is this nigga, like, why is he doing different
Or maybe
shit?
she's burning.
You're not listening.
That's not a reason.
You
Maybe
listen.
he got somebody pregnant. That's
women-
not a
also
reason.
women are
Maybe
the
the
main
side
ones
chick
who-
reached out. That's not a
Women are the
reason.
main ones who expose and got cheated on. The reason why they find out is because they start digging because you stop.
Or maybe her pH balance is off now because you out there cheating.
All right, shampoo.
Is that a reason?
Because the Cheetos that she eat, or the McDonald's that she's eating, or the Burger King that she's eating, for her pH to be
You
off.
can take advantage of an old nigga telling you something.
A hell of a
It's not the food that's throwing the pH.
Shampoo, they don't respect elders. Shampoo. You seen the Clifton Powell shit. They don't respect the elders. They don't respect anything the elders got to say. You're an older black man. They don't give a fuck what you got to say because it's
they
like my boy Jonathan was saying. They don't respect. We don't got no respect for our elders in our culture. Like she should be sitting back and listening. You got a family, wife, and kids. You know what I'm saying? She in there in that cold apartment. Like what the fuck? Like come on, man.
Listen to him talking about if he keep his wife happy, he could cheat all day the next day. I ain't listening to that. You damn right. I ain't listening to that.
Jess, just let me say this real quick.
I ain't listening to that either. That's
Right,
crazy.
I ain't listening to that.
But just one word. If that, don't call it cheating. Call it going to the store. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Do you want anything from the store? I know you like them peanuts. I know you like those peanuts. You like them cashews? I'm gonna get you them cashews. Oh yeah, give me them cashews.
All of y'all men condoning this behavior. All of it. Shampoo, Eli, wash the screen. All of y'all that condone this type of behavior. It's just so.
But Carmen,
lack of discipline.
Carmen,
too much of a good thing. It's a bad thing.
Carmen.
That includes
Women would rather not know that you're cheating. That's good. That's the honest to God's truth. Especially if you got money, she would rather you don't throw it in her face. I think that's what they're trying to do. But at the back of their minds, these women know the rich men are always there's always gonna be an option for rich men to cheat. But they would rather the rich man doesn't throw it in their face, or they would rather the rich man hides it.
and that includes the punani, okay? That includes the kuka.
Carmen.
Too much kuka is a bad thing.
Carmen.
But y'all want to use every excuse in the damn world to just be like, oh yeah, I just get to cheat because I just want to have multiple women.
Carmen, what is the incentive? Carmen, what is the incentive for men? What is the wait? Hold on, Eli.
Hold on.
One mic.
Watch. Eli been trying to get in for a second. Go ahead.
For a minute, I disagree 1,000,000,000% with Shampoo. Shampoo does not speak for all men. I don't think that cheating on your wife is ever cool.
But y'all laughing about it though. Y'all agree with it though. Y'all laughing at it.
It was a kiki though.
I never said it was okay to cheat on your wife. I don't cheat on my wife.
Y'all gonna let him finish? Y'all gonna let him finish?
So I didn't laugh one time. So I don't want to argue about what Shampoo is saying. Shampoo is speaking for Shampoo.
No, yeah, but hold on, brother.
Well,
I've been married 30. Yeah, but you said something about me that's not true. You said something about me that's not true. I'ma correct that.
Well, just wait to respond because I just waited.
Yeah, but let me correct it.
Just waited until you finished to respond.
But you said something that was incorrect about me.
You gotta wait for him to finish.
Disregard what I just said.
No, but let me say something because somebody
Shampoo, shut up. You had your chance, so it's his turn.
I hear this. I've been married over 30 years. I've never cheated on my wife.
The original question, bro. The original question. All right. I don't even damn near remember the original question.
He never got to ask it.
So let me just say this. Oh, why men lie? You say, I think just said, why do men lie to their woman? Why get in a relationship anyway if you're just gonna cheat and lie to her or whatever? So I'm gonna tell you why a lot of men get in relationships even though they may have great intentions or they may have bad intentions.
But why can you speak for all men, but he can't? Like you just said you can't speak for all men, and now you gonna tell me You can't tell nobody why nothing, man. What are you talking about? You placate. You're placating, man.
You got it.
Yeah, I'm just saying you talking nonsense, brother. Like you placating.
Nonsense, but I ain't saying that. But you
got everything you've been saying is nonsense.
Why y'all don't want to let him finish his point?
All right, finish. My
I got it now. Watch the screen. What kind of name is that, bro?
Oh, come on.
Right.
That's a child of God. That's a child of God.
Do better.
It's all right. I'm gonna save you guys because this is not going anywhere. And you can tell I react to these in real time because I watch like 10 seconds or maybe I see the title. I'm like, okay, we can talk about this. But at the end of the day, there are plenty of men who don't cheat. Most of those guys, women don't want them. Women don't even want men who are virgins, who have never had sex. So that should tell you something. No woman has ever come out to say, I want a man who has never had sex before. Because that would be the best guy to really, be faithful and not cheat. But they don't even want that guy. They want the guy with experience. But usually as human beings, as we get more experienced, we tend to want more and more. It's just human nature, especially if we like something, we want to get more of it. So the only choice is for them to find an average man who may be faithful, but they don't want that guy either. So most rich men are going to cheat. That's the truth. All right. So anyway, let's go to the next video. Shout out to you guys who are watching, man. Got a couple more videos to review with you. So let's get into it. Let's go. Like the video, support your boy. Let's see what else I have for you guys. All right, here we go.
Relationship, can we have opposite sex friends? And I want to know how y'all feel about that. And I said ladies first. Can we have opposite sex friends?
Who we starting with?
Ladies. I don't care. Whatever lady got a mouth. Anybody look?
I start.
I think it's okay.
Go ahead, Tamia. You started first. Go ahead.
I think it's okay. If the friend is really your friend. If you have had sexual if you had intimacy with the person, I don't think that it's okay.
Okay, next lady.
I feel like the only people who believe men and women can't be friends is people who fuck all their friends.
Wow.
Because I have friends who I've never had sexual relations with, who I've never had any type of intimate feelings for, who I've never came on to me. It's been 20 plus years. We ain't never seen each other like that.
Okay.
Okay, maybe they don't find you attractive either.
And I'm gonna second that. I have several platonic friends. Now I must say they didn't try to shoot their shots. Some of them, some of them, of course, initially they may try, and then I let them know I'm not interested. However, if a man trusts himself, I feel that he can be friends with someone of the opposite sex and vice versa.
So I'm sorry, go ahead. Somebody wanted to say something. I was triggered. I need to sound a siren. I was a little bit triggered. I just want to get this right. You are okay with having friends of the opposite sex, right? Even if they shot their shot at you, though?
If the initial, I'm speaking of one friend that did initially approach me trying to get to know me. That was the initial approach when we first met. Mm-hmm. Once we exchanged numbers, it was strictly platonic and business because I let him know I wasn't interested. So did he try? Yes. But are we still great friends and nothing has ever happened? Absolutely. And
no, you're not friends. He just accepted the fact that you didn't give him a shot, but he's just in the friend zone. You're not friends. You friend zoned him. But you're not friends, like real friends. He stayed around. He's hoping one day you will still give him a friend. You give him a chance because some men can stay in friend zones for even 30 plus years.
It's possible when men trust themselves and when women let them know what it is and what it ain't.
So I'm not insinuating that anything happened, right? I'm not.
You are.
But no, I'm not. You got to let me cook. I'm straightforward. If I thought y'all did whatever, I would have just said bullshit and then I would let you have it. So let me just say this, right? My only discrepancy with that is nothing happened because you didn't want anything to happen.
Exactly.
That's the only reason that nothing happened. And if you really know about men, men will play whatever role that they need to play in order for you to break. If I got to be your gay homeboy for 10 years, if that's what it takes for me to always have a way into that coochie, if a man wants it bad enough, he'll do that. So for me, in that situation, any man that has tried to crack on you or that has showed interest in you, for me it would be a no, because I know that he's only around as a friend because you put him in that friend zone. Does that make sense?
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm not saying you slept with him though, not even a little. Absolutely, yes, please, Naeem. Yes.
Listen, most platonic friendships are failed talking stages or failed sexual stages.
Yeah.
You know, because unless he came up to you snapping 3 fingers, you know, how did he pushed up on you because he was interested. So at some point, something just went wrong. That's the only reason why y'all friends today, because something went wrong. And I know this is I would probably never believe when a woman tells me that a man is just a friend, because I know things that I've done with women that I call my friends. I've shooken my friend's husband's hand. I'm sitting right next to him at Super Bowl parties, knowing what I've done with his now wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, women aren't gonna tell you the things that they, you know,
they don't want to be honest.
Women are not gonna tell you, you know, yeah, even if it was just one time, she's not gonna say that. And then if you text this man that you said is your friend right now, like, yo, let me suck your dick tonight, he's gonna say, come over. He's not going to say no. Oh, girl, come on. You know, me and you go back like fucking, you know, we go back like
they're waiting.
Power Rangers, whatever the case. Like, he's not going to say that. He's going to say, come give me that neck. You know, so that's just the reality of it. So at the end of the day, because I know me and they didn't stop making men like me when they made me, in my mind, I'm always going to believe what Biz Marquis said. He told us a long time ago to not believe it. And I'm going to stick to that. So,
okay.
Especially if he's attractive. What straight man wants zero piece of because we could say things like, well, everybody's not attracted to everybody, but we know when someone's universally attractive. Like, nobody on this panel is going to say Maya is not attractive. Nobody on this panel is going to say I can't think of nobody right now. Like
Maya was a good one though. Maya was
perfect. Nobody's going to say Maya's unattractive. How many straight men do you know are going to be just friends with Maya? If they if they can't help it. Like, if they have no choice. I mean, excuse me. How many people? You know what I'm trying to say? How many men are going to just be platonic friends with Maya if they have a choice? But yeah,
when guys talk like this, it wholeheartedly makes me believe that you don't have female friends.
I know what I was going to say. I was going to say this. I think, wait. Any man that's pretending to be a woman's friend, knowing that he wants more than that, that's lame as hell. Don't do.
Yeah, but men do it all the time. And for this woman who says men and women can just be friends, these women never shoot their shot at their so-called male friends. You guys notice that? They never shoot that. But the fact that the men never shoot their shot and then the women never shoot their shot as well, you cannot claim we're just friends. Unless one of you tried to shoot the shot and then you, even then, you're not friends anymore. But until these women, because like he said, if any of these women picked up the phone and called those male friends, hey, I've been feeling it for a little minute. We should have done this a long time ago. Where are you at? I want to see you. The men are going at the end of the day. You know, because men are very simple creatures. I know I'm a man too, but we are very simple. Like, we're like 2-dimensional, sometimes just 1-dimensional. So men who are in the friend zone or they are claiming to be friends with a woman, either he doesn't find her attractive at all, and then you would think, why is he friends with a woman he doesn't find attractive unless she sells him weed or something like that? But the friendship is never real. One of them is waiting for the other person to shoot their shot.
That, like, if you know you want her, but she somehow friend zoned you, and you know you want more than that, don't hang with her just looking for the right moment or the drunk night or whatever. That's not genuine. You're doing yourself a disservice. She's sitting there talking. She's sitting there talking to you about other men that she linking up with later that night and shit. Like, that's corny, bro. Like, just say, you know, I respect your decision to not want to be with me in a romantic way, but I'd rather just not be friends.
Exactly.
So that's lame that's lame to be the fake of friendship in order to get close. So I don't be friend women I'm attracted to. If I'm attracted to you and I know you don't want me, we can't be friends. Like we're not gonna go to happy hour and shit like that.
Control.
That's it. No sexual discipline, none whatsoever.
No, I can. If I'm not attracted
walk
to you,
away.
I'm not attracted to every woman in the world. If I'm not attracted to you, we can be friends.
But the first misconception is that all friendships start off as somebody trying to holler at somebody. That's not true. I have friends.
Male and female,
75% of them. 75%.
Let her go though, and then come back. Let her go.
All right, go ahead.
One of my closest friends, we were signed to a label together. He was my label mate, and we did music together. We have never seen each other in an intimate way. There was no come holler at me, none of that. Like most of my male friends are not people who ever try to holler at me.
That's the point. They didn't try to holler at you. That's the whole point. Some men don't try to holler at you, especially if you're in the same workplace. Some men don't do it. They may find you attractive, but they may not holler at you. That doesn't mean they don't want to.
Like, cause at that point they're not considered a friend. Once you try to holler at me, you ruin it. That's not. You're not my friend. You're an acquaintance at that point.
Thanks. So you got just a bunch of guy friends just a bunch of platonic friends.
I'm not sure. I don't have a bunch. I have 3.
If you got 3, that lets you know right there that it's not normal. Why don't you have 10? Or why don't you have compare your guy friends to your male friends?
You don't have a lot of female.
Compare your female friends to your male friends.
I don't have a lot of female friends. I know a whole lot of people, but I don't call everybody my friend.
I feel you, but
most women don't have a lot of friends anyway.
Do you think they would turn? Do you think that these 3 friends would turn it down if you offered them?
Absolutely, and I proved it one day because I had a dude who said the same thing about the guy who I was just talking about. Called him, I was dead ass serious. I'm like, you single? I'm single. We should see what's up. We've been around each other all these years. He was like, Excel, if you don't get the fuck off my phone.
So maybe he doesn't find you attractive, and that's okay. And that's why that even proves the point. He will keep you around if he doesn't find you attractive. That's the only way it can really be strictly friendship, if the man doesn't find the woman attractive, and even vice versa.
Probably had to say it one more time. He thought you was playing. He probably had to say it one more time.
No, he thought I was playing. He thought I was dead ass serious.
I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take your word for it.
You're projecting your experience onto other people because you can't be friends with women you believe no man can, and that's just
it.
not true.
That's it right there.
Not ones that they find attractive.
Yes.
Not ones they find.
If him finding you attractive doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Just because a man finds you attractive doesn't mean that he can't be your friend. Nothing can happen if you don't allow it to happen. So,
that's the point.
Yeah, but do I have a lot of women friends that I ever kicked it with? Probably not, because more than likely, if I talk to her, I was thinking about my selfish desires. So yes, I do know women that I don't find attractive that I'm not interested in. But at the same time, usually, like if a woman friends on you and say, "Oh no, I'm cool," then I'm gonna fall back because nobody for everybody. So you don't have to press the woman. If she's into you, she's gonna show you. Probably nowadays, too many men probably try to push themselves on women, and that's a turn off within itself. So if she said, no, I'm cool, just leave her be right there because she don't look at you in that light.
I agree with that. That's what I said. I agree 1,000%. I agree 1,000%. If she don't like you that way, go to the next one. There's plenty out there. There's plenty more.
Mm-hmm. Melly, what you think? Akira,
yes,
what you think? We got the echo.
I mean, honestly, I don't think you can have friends of the opposite sex. The only way you can pull that off is if you're not sexually attracted to someone like that.
That's the only way.
The other one, which might be another stretch, is if it was a situation where though clearly you knew like something had to happen, like say if y'all worked together, you probably did find them, kind of cute or whatever the case was, but then their character was off.
And in fact, I believe even if you don't find even if a man doesn't find a woman attractive, it's human nature that if you stay long enough and spend enough time with the person, you can literally find them attractive. You can stop to see them as an attractive after some time. This has been proven time and time over and over again. That's why usually, unlike these days, but usually back in the day, people who used to get married used to be working together. It wasn't because they really found themselves attractive too much. It's because they spent too much time together, whether at work, whether at school. Because usually the person you spend the most time with, whether at school, whether at work, you just develop a connection because you're doing the same thing. So people ended up married like that.
Just so happens to build a friendship on that. Something had to turn you completely off of them, in that type of way for you to be able to pull that off. So to me, I don't think you can do that. But outside of that sexual attraction, We talking a very, very rare case.
Yeah, 100%. There's no, it's for the overwhelming majority of us, it's not gonna work. Like when you get in a relationship, most people agree because you see people start to fade. So when people have opposite sex friends, they start to call less, text less. So everybody generally agrees to start to move differently, even though they'll talk this shit right here, right now. You know, and then when you have a male friend, what can he do for you? Right? If you got a man, can he pick you up from the airport? Can he give you money? Can he give you spiritual advice? Can he give you guidance? He can't do none of that shit once you got a man in your life. That's how we know that those relationships are superficial and fragile at best.
My opposite sex friends became friends with my husband.
My sound went out. I don't know if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, and that's also weird too, explicit, to be honest. I don't have any friends that existed before my wife. Before, like if my wife had a male friend and I become his friend,
that's weird.
That don't even make no sense. That's not how nothing should ever go.
Because they got girls too. We all hang out.
My wife would never tell me, "Hey, this nigga cool. You should meet him." You talking about?
Yeah, that's weird. Also, it's different if couples hang out and then they become friends. That's one thing. But she's saying her husband started hanging out with her male friends. That's weird.
That's just sound weird. Because Naeem, you know what be happening now? I'm thinking, why you think he's so cool? Hold on, I got the floor.
Go ahead.
Naeem, right? I'll be like, why you think he's so cool? What you fuck? You know what I mean? That don't go right for nobody and nobody mind. And here's the thing, Nikki, no, that's why I like the little half smile she got. Any man who ain't attracted to her, she know he a homosexual. End of story.
That's weird.
Explicit too. So we just don't want to act like this is good advice to push forward. It just don't make sense to the majority of people in relationships.
If he's so cool, why didn't y'all?
Naeem, if you don't mind, let explicit talk her shit because me and her was going back.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have a friend who's been around for more than 20 years. So I'm supposed to not be friends with him because I met my husband?
Yes.
No, that's not how that works.
That's how it works. Because unless you're trying to, because once you find a husband, and I'm not married, but I would think if you find a husband as a woman, you spending time with your friend, your male friend, one-on-one, that's over with. Now you're going to be, unless your husband is in the presence of that, but even then, are you going to tell your husband, "Oh, husband, I want to spend time with my male friend. Can you come along?" That's weird. You know, now unless you guys do a couples hangout, the male friend comes with his woman, and that's different. But once you're in a marriage or relationship, no more spending time with your male friends. Even for men, with your female friends, if you're in a relationship, that's over with. So the friendship literally goes down, and there's no friendship if you guys don't even talk or hang out. Is he going to be calling you? Is he always texting you, checking on you? You have a husband. The husband should check on you.
There's nothing
your husband feel about that
at all. We don't have anything to hide. My husband was completely secure in where we stood because he knew what nothing up. So it was not a big deal.
I got you. Explicit. This is what I want to tell you about your husband and the 99.9% of every other man. He's fucking lying.
Yeah.
We keep fighting back against this narrative when y'all start to call us insecure and all that shit. We don't care about that shit. We just need to live. Hold on, let me finish the thing. We just need to live what makes us most comfortable. You know? And if he's uncomfortable at any point in time, he should voice that and you should adhere to that. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. But here's why I don't believe that was the case. Because he was uncomfortable with a couple of my exes. Like 2 of my exes, he was not. And I knew it. So whenever we saw him, it was an issue. And with this particular friend and what I'm talking about, who's been around for 20 plus years, it was never that. Like my ex-husband could not hide when he was feeling some type of way about being in a room or being around somebody who I knew, period, let alone that we used to mess around. So it was never that. It was just always he knew what nothing up. Like these are genuinely my friends.
Wait, ex-husband? So she's saying the man who was okay with her having male friends, they're divorced now? That could be the reason they're divorced. Did anyone catch that? She's talking about the ex-husband who was okay with her having male friends, but they're divorced. That could be a reason why they're divorced.
Can I ask you a question? If you've been friends with him so long and they're that cool, how come y'all didn't become a thing? Like you and one of them? Like
yeah,
what?
That's good.
Like yeah, how come y'all didn't?
I've never seen him like that. I always call him my brother. He couldn't be less my brother than my real brothers are. Like no bull. I don't see him like that. I don't see him intimately. And to be honest, he's a great fucking guy. But I don't see him like that.
How do you like him physically? How is he physically? Like, do you think he's handsome?
He's very handsome. All my friends love him.
That's weird.
We never. It was never that.
You're the only one out the friend group that doesn't like him.
Was always big brother, little sister. It was never.
Hey, Splish, you know what's up? Let me get this off, Melly. It'll be quick. I swear. Good. This stuff my Tim's the most explicit. This a sandbox friend. You knew him 20 years. This the same nigga you play hide and go get it with. I'm not letting none of that shit slide.
I'm 43. We didn't. That's not a sandbox.
40 years, right? They always say, "Oh, I met this nigga in the sandbox." Y'all play? Did y'all? I don't know where y'all from. Y'all play hide and go get it? I know y'all remember that game.
Yeah, I met him when. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
but
they be playing that game with him, Naeem, and they think I'm supposed to go for that. I'm not going for none of that shit.
I met him on tour. I didn't meet him. We didn't grow up together.
I'm just talking shit. I'm just saying. This general too.
Yes.
Go ahead, Melly. My fault.
Let me ask you something explicit.
Yeah.
These guys that you're talking about, have y'all had that type of conversation? Like, look, if I gave you, like, of course we ain't saying no verbatim, but have y'all had that conversation? Like, hey, look, if I ever give you a chance, would you see me that way, or have you ever had that?
No.
Never had. Okay, so you never had that.
Only when we talking to and explaining our friendship to people who don't get it like now.
Do any of them guys find you attractive? That you know of?
Probably they haven't told her.
Not that I know. We don't have a conversation.
Yeah, they haven't told her.
I know that I'm an attractive woman, so I'm not gonna act like, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know that, but their physical attraction to me it's not there. That's not.
Yeah, but you don't know how they find you. You don't know if they find you attractive or not until they tell you they don't find you attractive. It doesn't matter. So that means it could be 40 years. If you gave them a chance, they would take it.
May I ask a question? Did your male friend look better than your husband?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's why he's the ex-husband for a reason.
But she already told him she don't see them like that.
No, I just was asking.
That's where the shut off was at. You know what I'm saying?
But he's always been like a brother to me. So it's not that I don't see him like that because he's not attractive. I don't see him like that because I see him as a brother. Like
so, right, so let me get this straight. And I'm not even. I was gonna leave it alone because I'm not even
on here. I need him to be on here.
When you said that you met him on tour, what age was this? And I really, what age was this? 23,
like 24, maybe.
Right. And he's older than you as well, correct?
Yes.
And
maybe
so when,
like 4 or 5 years.
Right. And so when you met him, because you already said he's extremely handsome, he would be a catch damn near to any woman, correct? Like was that a fair assessment? Like if like just off the initial, like, damn, that's a fine brother. Like that's him? Is that him? Would that be him?
Yes.
And so you seen this extraordinary man, fine, sexy. I mean, everything. And mind you, of course, because I know how somebody can look good but not be your cup of tea. But this man, you know, he's a nice looking guy. He's a catch for any other woman in the world. How do we even get to a friendship? Because I don't know you from the sandbox. It's not like I knew you when we were 6 and it's really that big brother bond. I mean, what even sparks up a conversation? And then during the conversation, like, or did he just not, was he not attracted to you?
No, it just was, again, I don't know how to.
No, but I'm asking you though, like, no, but I'm saying, like, was he not attracted to you though? Like, could that be like a thing too though?
So maybe he wasn't attracted to me at the time because I was engaged.
Yeah, but engagement has nothing to do with
it. Like, that's what I'm saying. So we've never had a conversation about
engagement has nothing to do with attraction.
But that's what I'm saying. So it gave us an opportunity to kind of foster a friendship as opposed to, because I wouldn't know. We never talked about.
Right. So if you weren't engaged though, would he have been maybe a candidate for you to shoot a shot at?
No, because we've never seen each other like that.
I don't get it because this man is handsome. He's perfect. He's a great man. He's a catch to every woman but you.
No, he got other female friends.
All right, cool. Nikki, yes, Nikki B. Go
I
ahead,
gotta hop in and explicit. I think that you're going to agree. Women, we don't always look at men like that. We're not looking at you. Oh, you handsome. I have several friends and people I've been around, I've worked with. We're not always looking with the other eye as y'all do. Y'all are always looking, thinking like a man. A lot of times we ain't even thinking about y'all like that. Am I right? Or am I right?
It's just not an intimate connection. Like it never was.
Not.
It's always.
In other words, like I said, men are very 1 or 2 dimensional. Like we see what we see. Women are saying that even if they see a tall, handsome man, they still need something else. Maybe it's the same reason they're in relationships and the man offers them everything, but they will still leave because they're bored. So I guess it's the same concept. Anyway, shout out to this might be Risky and DJ Ham. All right, so let's go to the next video. Shout out to you guys who are watching. Again, if you're just joining the show, I can't see your chats. You probably can't even put the chats in the comment section, in the chat section. It's not my fault. I think that's YouTube. I can't comment myself, and I can't see. You also can't do it. So it's not my fault. Is all I'm trying to say. All right. So bear with me. It's YouTube. It's not me. So it's not because I blocked you or I did anything like that. No. It's not me. That's YouTube. You gotta blame YouTube for that. All right. Give me 1 second. Let's go to the next video. But just do me a favor as you're coming in, just like the video, all right? I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna go to this guy who has 7 kids by 6 different women, and we're gonna find out why the second baby mama, the third, the fourth, and most importantly, how the 6th baby mama allowed herself to get pregnant by a man who has already 5 baby mamas. So she couldn't find a man without kids. She chose to be a 6th baby mama. I'm telling you, it's crazy out here.
So I don't know like who follow me and who don't, but coming out of the penitentiary, I was impulsive and I didn't have no penis control. And if y'all look at my TikTok, y'all see I got a bunch of babies by different women. And I could say as a man, that was one of the most foolish things I ever did in my damn life. Like having kids, having no penis discipline and just putting it anywhere and, busting inside of motherfuckers. Like that was one of the most foolish things I ever did in my life. Like it's so rough raising kids with multiple women. It's so rough. There's no way you're going to get around certain people being jealous, and that's natural. There's no way you're going to be able to give the kids equal amount of time. You got females you got the ones that get mad because they feel like you're doing more for the other kid, so they don't let you see the kid. You got the ones that use them as pawns, and then also it really weakens the family structure and the family foundation because I can't be the king of so many different castles. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the king of all these different castles. Then, they moms date other men, and I'm not one of them dudes who be like, man, don't have no nigga around my baby. That ain't me. I don't do that shit. I accept it for what it is, and I just pray and hope, and that the women that I have kids by, pick decent men to bring around their kids. And I do feel like the women that I have kids by, they are decent enough women. They not gonna have just anybody around them. So I respect any man that they bring around. But man, it's so hard, man. That shit's so that's one of the biggest challenges of life, man. Like I will admit that I have cried several times not seeing my kids. I have 7 kids by 6 different women. That's and crazy. It's 3 of them that I don't get to see because of their parents. And because of their mother, excuse me. And my oldest son, we just got a challenging relationship because I went to the penitentiary when I was 15 when I had him, and I went to the penitentiary at 16. Then I didn't come out till he was 9, and I went back before he turned 11.
Wow. 15? You went to jail? Wait, 15? You had a child?
16, you went to
the problem, right?
Well, I'm not gonna lie though; those baby mamas are dumb too.
Yeah. And he said that he believes that they are good people, like they good women. They wouldn't have they have poor judgment. I'm sorry. I can't trust these women with children, let alone their own vaginas.
No, I kind of respected the fact when he said that, when he picked good women to have babies by.
Wait, are they good women?
How are they good women if they're the 4th, 5th, 6th, 3rd baby mama? How are they good women if they couldn't even realize this man already has kids with multiple women? Let me not be the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 3rd.
Oh,
I understood what he was saying. I understood what he was saying. That they clean cut. Not that they're decent women. He specifically said they're all decent women.
No,
and the fact that he doesn't get jealous that don't have no baby, that's all making them crazy.
He
Wait,
can't get
decent
jealous. He
women-
is a baby father to 7 women. He can't get jealous at any other
But
man.
he sounds very reflective. I mean,
Yeah.
probably too late or whatever, but you,
7
if you
is
really
too late.
listen to him, he did it all to himself. And he's saying that. He's not blaming nobody but himself. Like, you got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, shout out to accountability years later and 6
Right.
kids later.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Some
Well,
people
at least he
don't
had
take
2 kids with one of
accountability.
them. He did, you know, he tried. He did 2 kids with at least one.
He said I was in the penitentiary at 16. It was like,
At
you know, it was
15.
doomed from
I think he
15.
had came out and then he went back in. It was more to
Yeah.
it than that. But
It was doomed from the start. But at least some people don't never get reflected. At least he's like saying, you know what, man? I'm sitting in he's like teaching you not to be like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was very
So he was in prison back and forth, and women still made babies with him, multiple women. But they're out here saying the average guy is not good enough for them. Actually, some women are saying if a man is 40 years old and he has no kids, he's a red flag. Because apparently some woman should have had his kids already, because that means if he has no kids, no woman wants him. But the man who was in and out of prison was able to have 7 kids from 6 different women.
I thought it was like a service that he did just now. Like, you know, don't be like me.
No service.
At first, he sounded like he was bragging. Like, you know, how some niggas be like, yeah, don't have all these babies. I fucking all these women. Don't do that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Don't start like you bragging. But he then he started sounding like he was reflective and disappointed in himself.
Nah, bro should have. He should have reflected 4 baby mamas ago.
What the hell?
KG, your mic. Your mic.
You sound like a baby mama for a second.
Yeah, it's like high pitched.
You sound like you had sucked some helium.
Yeah.
You hit one of the effects or something.
Now you on mute.
So I was like, who is that speaking with girl?
I know that's just spooky.
Oh man, y'all can hear me now.
Yeah, we can hear his deep voice now.
No,
That's
I said,
crazy.
you said he was reflecting. He should have reflected 4 baby mamas ago.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but my point is, some people never reflect. Never. They never reflect. They stay like in that, like yo, forever. I mean,
I have a
that's
question for the panel. What besides the career and money, what makes this guy so much different than Stephon Diggs?
Nothing.
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 Nothing. He's still a baby daddy.
But you know, but
he's remorseful.
Earlier.
But you know what's so interesting about what makes them no different? They all still going.
Yeah.
Them baby mama types, like the ones he got still going. See, y'all. I just find it very hard to believe that you really think that all women are just going.
They are.
I mean, he has 6 baby mamas. Clearly, that's a high number. Stephon Diggs, Nick Cannon, Future. And this guy doesn't have Future money, doesn't have Nick Cannon money. But the fact that he went to prison, to some women that was good enough, he was able to have 7 babies with 6 of them. That's crazy though. That like the archetype that women go for is just crazy. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a 7th woman who has his baby too.
He can get a woman right now with no kids, right now. With all of the kids he got, he can get a kid.
Okay, so got a question. So let's say he does. Now, what type of woman is he getting?
It could be a nice girl.
No. Is she a smart girl signing up to sleep with a man that got 6 kids by 7 baby mamas? Now you got to think, what type of dummy is signing up for that?
I don't call it. They may be naive.
No, wait.
That's crazy.
Why do y'all think that women are asking questions before they drop in their panties?
So if that's the case, she's still a dummy.
No. Listen. All I'm saying is
that's a good
Two things could be right.
Wait. What you think? Wait. You think he got to the 4th one, the 5th one, the 6th one? You think all of that was like by mistake? That's all I'm saying. Like, you can't get to 7 kids with 6 women by mistake.
That's
all
true.
I'm saying.
They all
No,
want
it's
it.
not a mistake because is it a choice? There's a choice to have kids.
Yeah.
Everything is a choice. But what I'm saying is, y'all are also going to continuously make bad choices.
This guy is getting the women that Stephon Diggs is getting. The same bad type of mentality women that wants to just be the next baby mother. I think I wouldn't do it, but there are women that's out there that's willing to do it.
I just don't believe y'all.
Stefan might be getting better looking women.
Or you believe them that they were talking about that guy that was just on the video?
So you believe we're still going with this guy on the video with the penitentiary guy that just got out of jail?
I believe that it's all the same is my point. I don't think that there's any difference. The same chicks that Stephon Diggs can fuck is the same chicks that he can fuck. And they all going.
Anson, I know you don't believe that. I don't.
Why wouldn't I believe
possibly believe that all
his baby mamas look like.
Think this way. Like all women, some women are actually raised by good fathers, and they're not doing that.
I do.
I don't
think you can change your mind by keep saying it over and over.
You know how you change a woman that was raised by a good father to do something different than what she was raised? Don't let her spend more time with the guy than she did under her father. The reason why they were saying that you should stay with that there's no shacking up. The reason why that is because if you let a good girl in the presence of a wolf long enough, she becomes prey. And so that is the whole reason why they didn't want y'all shacking up. It's the whole reason why you had to go through the father in order to ask for the woman's hand in marriage prior to getting with her, so that, or if in the case that y'all did get into a situation, you had to make an honest woman out of her. That's the whole logic behind how they used to do it back in the day. But the freedom that came along with women being able to do whatever it is that they want to do now makes them easily susceptible, because once she's under his household or whether with this nigga long enough, you're not telling me that she's saying no, because women don't honestly, they don't have rules for dudes that they like.
That's true.
Right.
So the reason why they have strong fathers is because they had to be protected from themselves. But even if you got a strong father, when you're not under his covering and you're not under his roof and you're not under his presence, you're going to do shit that you wouldn't normally do if you were under his presence.
But they don't need a man's presence right now because they say they have a bunch of degrees, they're smart, they make money, they are smart as men, sometimes even smarter than men, women's intuition, but somehow they become sixth baby mama to a man with 7 kids from other women. Crazy. But it's true. When they like you, the rules are out of the window. If you're not a nice guy, they're gonna have a whole bunch of rules for you. They're gonna make you wait till after marriage and things like that. The nice guy is the one who needs to buy flowers and all those things. But if you're Nick Cannon and Future and maybe you've been to prison like this guy, no rules. It just goes.
Because you were suppressed. It was always.
That's why I said that I don't
Not
believe
just
y'all,
suppressed,
because the minute that you get removed from that covering, it's over. It's over. It is done. It's over with. Every girl would never did this before until they did it. It's over.
And everybody can say, "Oh, that I wouldn't do that." Everybody's so smart. I would never stay with no man and do that. I should be treated like a queen. Everybody thinks that until that dude treats you like shit, and then you say, "You know what? This ain't too bad."
I would never let my daughter go out of state for college. Ever. I said that years ago, and people were like, "Oh man, you was too strict." Well, guess what? She graduated this year, and she's not going out of state. Not happening. Not happening. Not on my watch.
Well, eventually she won't be under your covenant.
Exactly. Yeah, when she get married. So and I got her a house. And guess where her house is?
Right next to yours.
2 blocks down.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, but all that cannot stop her from doing whatever she wants. Now, I don't want to talk about a man's daughter, but in general, you can only control a human being, especially an adult, to the extent for so much. They're gonna do whatever they want to do. So as a man, as a father, you can do the best you can do, but at the end of the day, the son, the daughter they're gonna do whatever they want to do. At some point, especially when they become adults, So I understand where Anton Daniel is coming from, trying to be the best dad he can be and putting all these parameters on his daughter. But at some point, like I think who just said, Mimi, she gonna do whatever she wants to do, and he won't do nothing to stop her.
Whatever I gotta do, whatever I have to do to protect my daughter, I am going to do it.
In Jesus' name, I hope that she does everything that you.
I ain't got to pray about it. I already know. I'm already gonna do it.
Right.
Oh, I hear that.
If she was to go,
by y'all's logic, she's going.
If she was to go out of state, I'm going to. That
Well,
was
he's got.
that
So
was the
Anton
rule.
is
If
going
you
to
go out
hand
of
her
state,
to the.
I'm going to.
I could dig it.
And you're going to
daughter's
hand
in
her to
college. She
her
lives with me.
husband.
Correct.
She's going to be going from her father to her husband. So there's no in between time to be going. She ain't going nowhere.
That's the whole idea.
Yeah, it's an idea, but that's if she follows it, because she's gonna be an adult and she can do whatever she wants to do. They're not talking about that part. So I agree with Mimi. It's only his idea, but we have to find out if it's her idea as well, because people change.
That's the whole idea. That's my point.
She ain't going nowhere.
I would like to think that was every man's hope and idea. That I mean, I don't think any
But
man.
not the Anton is little. That's a little extreme. But
Well, if we're gonna talk general, let's talk general.
No, it's not.
Like whenever anyone talks specifically on this
That's your
panel, then
baby girl.
it gets shut down. But then Anton talks about himself specifically, and everybody's in this like, oh yeah, this is how it's gonna be. We don't know that, and Anton don't even know that.
No, what I say is, see, Mimi is changing it. We just had Miss Blue say whatever it is that she wanted to say about her own people. Nobody stopped her. My rule is you are not required to share personal information. And if somebody asks you something, you could say, well, I don't want to tell my business. You don't have to say that. So we could just speak in general, or you can use your own situation. But if you do, then we have a conversation back and forth, and that's all.
I would shudder to say that Anton is very much an exception to the general rule. Okay?
No, I'm just intentional.
You're a very much an exception to the general rule because most men, most fathers are not as intentional or as capable to provide those types of things.
And that's why we got more single mothers than ever before.
And that may be the case, but again, when we start talking specifically about things, it's totally, if I say something specific or someone else say something specific, when I tell you I'm not going, I'm telling you I'm not going.
You can tell me, but you can
Just
say,
like
Anton, I don't believe
like
you.
Your daughter ain't going. My daddy's daughter ain't going. Okay.
But you don't have nobody.
Yeah, but you have nobody in your corner like
just because I say,
you know what I have.
Just because I say I think you going, that don't mean you going. That's just my assessment or my opinion of the situation. That don't mean that you're doing it.
Well, that's not exactly what was portrayed a little bit earlier, though. It kind of sounded like, oh no, bitch, you going because all women go. So I'm just.
But
I'm not gonna sit up in the echo chamber and just say, oh, well, yeah, this is what Anton said.
When did my opinion become the end all be all?
I kind of agree with Mimi though. She's saying when they make it personal, because they were talking about the fact that most women who become, for example, you see the topic down here, this man has 7 kids with 6 baby mamas. And Anton Daniel said most women are still going to become the 7th and 8th and 9th, 10th baby mama to this guy and the Stefan Diggs of this world, the Nick Cannons, the Futures. So men who have multiple baby mamas, there's a reason they have multiple baby mamas, because for some reason women find them attractive. So Anton Daniel saying all these women are going. So Mimi is saying she's not going. Now we don't know for sure if she won't go in a specific, place, time, and specific guy, but she's saying she's not going. So, Anton Daniel saying his daughter is not going because he's going to be the best father he can be. But I disagree. And I agree with Mimi that you never know. You cannot tell an adult what to do. I think his daughter is not an adult yet, but when she becomes an adult age, he won't be able to control her. He won't be able to do everything that he wants her to do. She will choose to do it or not. You can't really put weird restrictions and protections around an adult. They can do whatever they want to do. All right. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. All right, guys. So shout out to you guys who are watching. Again, if you're just coming to the stream, I really appreciate you. But I understand that you cannot comment down below in the chat, or at least if you can, I just can't see it. And I can't comment down below. So I don't know who's watching, but whoever is watching, I appreciate you for pulling up to today's stream. And I'll be back tomorrow, probably early in the morning. All right. So I appreciate you guys as I'm heading out. Like the video, subscribe. Till next time. Peace.